We are back with another audio failure, as per usual. Getting you back onto the One Leeds stratosphere where the audio is just always SHIT. But we're back. We're going to introduce Gabe into the building. We're back with a watching on together. Watching on together. We're going to get Gabe in the building now whilst I sort my atrocious mic out. Mate, how are you doing?
Doing well, man. That's a nice looking haircut you've got there. It's almost like you got a high fade textured front, somewhat of a French crop, one might say.
No, people in England don't go and say that, mate. People just say, just give me a short back and sides, then they just flop it down. Nobody goes in with that sort of
Yeah, it's because the people of England love to retcon things as though they created them. You just can't admit that the French, your age-long enemies, have created a good haircut that you all embrace.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. Maybe you might. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Connor's had it with this conversation already.
Yeah, I had it with the microphone, mate. I had a perfectly good microphone.
Did you?
It's pissing me off, I have to say. Anyway, talk to me. I'm seeing Phil Hay on the screen. And do you know what? You won't be able to see this because of your coverage. But if Phil Hay is to get interviewed by Sky more often, he needs better drip, mate. There needs to be better clothing for Phil Hay. He needs to get, I don't know, he just looks a little bit, you've got all these pundits on screen now in the fresh gear, and then he's just sort of there in a flat cap, and I feel sorry for him. Someone needs to dress him up a little bit, maybe get him a French crop.
I don't think Phil Hay is going to be able to sport a French crop. It'd be a French toupee. Yeah, I mean, he does kind of have that I drive a Goldwing motorcycle vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He definitely does. Let's just get people in the comment section. Roy Cropper, great stuff. Hannah says, you're brave doing this tonight. You sure you want to do this, mate? No, I'm not sure I want to do this. But, and I definitely don't want to do this. But, Gabe said to me earlier on, he said, Connor, do you know what? This could be a good idea. And I agreed with him because, you can't always come on these streams when Leeds are doing well. And, we might do well tonight. Who knows? But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Gabe, just your take whilst I get my crap mic sorted on the lineup, mate.
Yeah, it's risky for us, by the way, doing this today because it's the very start of the weekend. So we could be in the public. Well, I'll be jumping off when the match starts, but we could be in public view, ruining like at the start of a ruined weekend. So it's a brave enterprise. Look, love the lineup, full strength. The only thing I don't love is I really think Archie Gray needs a rest. The question is who comes in for him? Obviously, neither of us want to see Luke Ayling in a match like this. So the natural fit would be Jamie Shackleton. Obviously, he's done well in some matches, has not done so well in some others. Had a really good start. Well, I don't want to say really good, but had a good start to the beginning of the season. So, I don't know. I'm sure Archie can do well, but I mean, he's young. He's played a lot. He does look tired. I'm a little bit concerned. He's not like a defensive liability concern. It's not that kind of concern. It's more that this is a really big match, against a really good opponent away from home. And he's played a lot of games, a lot of minutes. So I'm a little bit worried about him in that sense. But it's a strong Leeds lineup against a very strong Leicester lineup. Should be a good match. For me, it's going to be the story of the midfield. That midfield three for Leicester and our double pivot. We'll see who comes out on top. The battle's going to be won in the midfield today. Although you did point out the other day that Leicester's not going to be attacking directly. They're going to be attacking at the flanks and hitting our outside backs. But I just think if we're able to control the lion's share of possession and limit their opportunities to spray the ball out wide, it could be a good match for us. But, we'll see. This is a very, very tough opponent who haven't lost a match yet. So,
yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see Mavadidi up against Gray as well. That's going to be fascinating to see. It's a big night for Farke, though, isn't it, Gabe? A huge night for Farke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it is. But at the same time, Connor, I don't think anybody's going to be, unless we get blood. Like if we lose by like 5 or 6 goals, then yeah, it's a bad night for Farke. But do you really think anybody right now expects us, given Leicester's form, to go down there and take all 3 points? I'm not saying you and I mean like anybody at the club. Do you think they'll be saying, "Oh, Farke, maybe you're not getting the job done"? No, I don't think so. I think he's going to look at this as an opportunity. But if we don't pull points, it's going to be just another game to him. I think.
Yeah, I think it's big maybe in terms of
I think Southampton, off the back of that, you know, 3 of the demoted teams, obviously us included, I think that was a really poor performance from Leeds. I think they applied a press. I think we struggled. I don't think there was a lot of in-game management from Daniel Farke. I'll be honest, I think the Ipswich result was fantastic, but I think it was in moments from our offensive line, and I don't think it was that strategic. I don't think there was a lot of like man management there and tactical ingenuity. I thought it was literally just our front four for a 10-15 minute spell getting us you know, some really, really excellent moments in that game. I think for the remainder of the game, Ipswich were probably the dominant team. So that and Southampton together, listen, we got the win at Ipswich, of course, but I wouldn't separate that from a real tactical plan from Daniel Farke, or even in the Ipswich game. I didn't think there was much of that. So I'm looking at Daniel Farke tonight and thinking to myself, you know, can he devise a game plan that's really going to stifle Leicester? Now, listen, Leicester have been coming out this season and saying that Leeds are going to be the biggest challenge to them in terms of how we play. So can we enact that? Can we put that into action? You know, they've been defensively not great. They've in terms of they've kept a lot of clean sheets, but they are giving up chances, and it's all about Leeds United being ruthless in this game. Sunderland played them last week and were very, very good and very, very unlucky. Can Leeds United exploit that? I'm looking for us to do that. I'm expecting us to concede goals. I am, because I don't think that we're that great at the back. But Gabe, I think as a demoted team, I understand they're doing very, very well, but I think, you know, off the back of the Southampton game, in terms of the quality of opponent we faced there, and as I've just mentioned, one of the relegated sides, I'd like to see Daniel Farke going up against one of the big boys in this division and has actually given them a real bloody nose.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both talked, I mean, the whole group of us, all 4 of us, talked before the match about, you know, how we wanted more than a draw. I personally think we have the talent on this team to go to Leicester and pull out a win. Again, I know it's not expected, but I think at some point, if we want different results, expectations need to change as well. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm optimistic. What I don't want to see happen, and of course, nobody wants to see this happen, but we have at various points in the season given up goals early. So I want to see us, you know, I want to see us get the first goal, and I want to hopefully, I mean, ideally we'd get to half, not conceding. I don't expect us to keep a clean sheet in this match. This is a very, very good team with some very good attackers, good midfielders. This is going to be tough. So I want to have realistic expectations, but I think in terms of setting those, you know, kind of your sort of pacing goals that, hey lads, first 30 minutes, let's keep compact, let's keep our shape, let's deal with anything decisively, let's not get caught up making silly mistakes, and when we have the ball, let's be quick, let's be precise, and let's take our chances. Let's try to get a goal early, and again, not shut it down, not pack the box, but be compact, be difficult to play against, as well as opportunistic, taking our own chances. If we can do that, I feel pretty optimistic, but you know, it's a big ask. I mean, this is a very, very good Leicester team, winning at a clip that the Championship hasn't seen before, them and Ipswich, but Leicester more so. So yeah, I mean, if we don't get a result, you know, there's a lot of baked in excuses, and they're good excuses, right? But I think that's what I want to see change. So I won't be down on this team if we don't get a result, but I'll be really excited about this team if we do.
Yeah, I think you're right, 100%, mate. Guys, just before we go on with the stream, the mic will be sorted. Don't worry, we have a backup for tonight. But yeah, as I said, at this moment in time, it's a little bit on and off. So yeah, but thanks so much for your comments, everybody. Is Rodon playing tonight? I'm hearing Jack Glennie say, I believe he is, mate. Good evening, gents. Loving the content. Looking forward to this one, says Joel Maudsley. Thanks, Joel. First 15 minutes will be crucial, says Ronnie Thompson. Mm-hmm. And I think that is huge, isn't it, Gabe? We've spoken about it. It is going to be imperative in this game. Daniel Farke is on screen now talking through the game. But I do think that first 15 minutes is huge. If Leeds are to concede in that first 15 minutes with Leicester's defensive record, which is quite impressive, even though they are giving up chances, it's going to be tough to break them down, I think. And you know, the King Power will be right behind them, I think. So...
yeah, and call out to, in the comments section, Ryan Dudley just made a great comment, said, cannot have a repeat of Southampton. 100% Ryan, I fully agree. It's I want to be careful. I'm not contradicting myself, but I won't be alarmed if we don't win or if somehow we lose a closely contested match. I will be alarmed, however, if we do another Southampton, if we get beat 3-1, 4-1, something like that. Like that will alarm me because what it will show me is that we can beat the middling teams in this division. We can blow out some of the worst teams in this division, although we've had some difficulty here and there with convincing results. But when it comes to the elite in the division, with the Ipswich was early. We got blown out to Southampton. If we get blown out against Leicester, I think there's cause for concern, right? Not sky is falling cause for concern, but some things to talk about. So great comment. Totally agree.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Benji Wells says 2-1 last minute Leeds again, I reckon. Super Sparkly says, wearing my Leeds United 70s shirt. Come on, Leeds. Steve says, they're not going to win every game. Why not Leeds be the one to do it? I think we can win 2-1. I think that's exactly what we were saying at the start there, Ben, that, if Leeds are able to, looking at some of the attacking style now on screen, fast breaks, we're first in the division. Goals from fast breaks, we're first in the division. High turnovers, we're first in the division. So Leicester will have to be very, very careful of Leeds United on the break. They're actually just showing the Ipswich game here and how they lost possession and Leeds were able to absolutely crucify them. And obviously that was Sinistera, being part of that outfit. But we've got players of that level in Jaden Anthony and Rutter, who's obviously come to the fore. It's a lot for us to get into. I'm just going to pass you guys over to Gabe. Just keep getting your comments in. I'm going to go find myself another mic.
Got some technical difficulties here. It's good to sort it out before the match. To answer an earlier question I saw, yes, I do have a Leeds shirt. The problem is right now where I'm at, I'm about 30 minutes north of Boston, and it's really cold right now. It was about what, -1°C earlier in the day. So yeah, I'm sort of bundled up. I don't want to be kicking on the heat in this flat because it's really expensive to heat this flat. But and I'm gonna have to do it in December anyway. So yeah, I do own a Leeds shirt. I just, to be fair, I don't like the way match shirts fit. But anyhow. So here's my question for all of you in the comment section. Who are you looking to get Leeds United going today? Like, where do you think our goals come from? What are some of the matchups on the pitch that you think are most essential in order to get the result we're looking for? Even if it maybe some of you are just hoping for a draw. Jack asked, is Joe Rodon playing tonight? Yes, he is starting. As far as I've seen, the lineups came out and he was listed, which is fantastic. Somerville as well, which is great. Steven says, I would have started Bamford for Pero. He's done well at King Power before. Yeah, that I guess he has. But I would not. I certainly wouldn't start him over Pero. Let's see. Midfield is going to be key tonight. 100% agree. I'm also looking for Jorginho Rutter to score today. That'd be wonderful. Ampadu is key. Somerville will score. Oliver Thompson said that. Yeah, in terms of Ethan Ampadu, right? He started out on fire. I think some real standout performances. His levels haven't dropped per se, but I think some of his passing has been less as impressive over the past couple of weeks. And so I want to see that get cleaned up a little bit. It could also be too that he's doing less progressive passing because Glenn Kamara is a step up from Archie Gray in that way. I don't mean a huge step up. Archie Gray is a kid, so that's not a criticism. It's just that, Glenn Kamara is a more mature pro at this point and has a little bit more to his game. Although I think Archie Gray's ceiling is probably much higher. Let's see. Don't need to put the heating on, mate. When watching the mighty Leeds United, you are 100% right, Gary. Nothing makes my blood pressure boil quite like Leeds United. Pero needs to have a good influence on this game if he's to be managed, and if he doesn't manage to get a goal. Yeah, I agree, Sari, I think, or Carrie. Sorry about your name pronunciation if I didn't get it right. Yeah, he needs to be a little bit more holistically impactful. That being said, I know that sometimes Leeds United fans think about forwards as pressers. We're not doing an all-out press system. So there are going to be matches where, I know Pero's not playing the number 9 position right now, right? He's playing more withdrawn. So given that that's the case, he has to find ways to be more impactful. That said, a lot of it, I think, is, he's playing a little bit of an unfamiliar position in this setup, and it's going to take a little bit of time. So when you put that into context and look at the goal record, like a goal every 2 matches, it's I think still impressive enough for him to continue starting. We don't want to put him on the bench for Patrick Bamford, but I think you're right that we do want to see a little bit more, and I hope we can get it. Connor, how you doing with that audio over there, buddy?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, mate. We'll have to wait.
Sounds
and see.
nice. It sounds clear.
It's a trial and error, but yeah, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comment section, mate, when I'll be watching the game if it is going quite poorly. But guys, we're just going to be reading your comments on. We're not going to be flashing all of them up. We are going to be reading them just hearsay, because I will be watching the game. I don't want to be reaching over to my laptop. It's not a great visual experience. Kerry Williams or Seriam, I apologise. Sounds like a very Welsh name. Confirm in the comment section if that is true.
I just did that, by the way. Correct us in the comment. Tell us if it's a hard C, use a K, and if it's a soft C, just let us know how to pronounce your name, because I feel bad now. It's both of us butchered.
Yeah, 100%. Golden C11 says, evening, guys. Hello. Michael Brown says, Connor, I know you're not the best at keeping your cool when doing Leeds watch-alongs, but I hope this is why this could be a big mistake. And watch-alongs are okay. I don't mind doing them. I do prefer the old analysis pre and post-match, but some of you guys have been wanting me to do a load of these things, and me and Gabe would be doing this together, but unfortunately the streams just aren't aligned. So we might be able to get him on post match if he fancies that. I'm worried about their mid 3 versus our mid 2. Yeah, obviously Dewsbury Hall's in there. I think indeed he's out, isn't he, Gabe? But Dewsbury Hall's the big one tonight. I think. He looks excellent this season. I think he's on par with Jorginho Rutter, to be honest, in terms of quality. I mean, he's someone we need to look out for, really, isn't he, mate?
Absolutely. I think there are opportunities to get them on the counter, though. They tend to overload on the flanks. And I think that, provided the defense steps up and, sort of the most common sense thing, provided we defend well, if we defend well, I think that there's opportunities in transition to make them pay. And most of our goal scoring opportunities haven't come from live passing. They've come from build up live passing. They've come from turnovers this season.
Yeah.
So I think we have a real opportunity there.
Yeah, and I think that's what I was talking about with the Ipswich game and Farke having such a massive game here, Gabe, because, the lead offensively, I'd like to see a little bit more of a plan in this game. I think the press has been a bit here and there.
We're not doing a press. Let's just be honest. We're not pressing.
But I think it sometimes can be quite intermittent. I think you can see a press sometimes, but other times
I think that's individual players
maybe
trying to get stuck in.
Yeah,
I don't think it's by design.
Maybe, and there is a little bit of a false sense of security when it's almost like follow the leader type stuff. One of them might press and then two others, and then you're in this false sense of security that Leeds are applying some sort of press, and it's been instructed by Daniel Farke. But I think you're right. I think there is a little bit of a more relaxed approach, which focuses a little bit more on counter-attacks. Leeds retrieve the ball in those defensive areas and then spring on the counter-attack, and that's what I feel we do at the minute. And it'd be nice to see Daniel Farke just manage a game, in my opinion, a little bit more methodically. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what he's able to do on this one. I don't know if you caught my pre-match, everybody. If you did, if you didn't,
busy man today.
Yeah, no problem there. I'll get into it. But I think if they are to press on our back line, we've seen with Stoke, we've seen with Southampton that we've struggled a little bit. So what's Daniel Farke going to do to be able to combat that press? Is he going to bypass it and go long, or is he going to try play through it again? Because we saw against Stoke, we saw against Southampton when they applied that press, that Leeds weren't able to get out of it, and you feel Leicester are going to be able to do it with the utmost quality. So it's going to be fascinating to see what game plan Daniel Farke has got for this evening.
It's interesting you say that. So what I've noticed with Farke, and I've been critical of him in some ways, but one thing I actually kind of like, instead of an all-out press trying to dispossess a team in their own half, we're doing a lot of mid-block pressing. So we're making the pitch shorter and trying to, whenever a team pushes up their center halves and their outside backs are pinning in a little bit, then the speed and frenetic intensity of the defending goes up, and the press, the space and time on the ball just isn't there anymore. It constricts. And I think what he's looking at is we have players like Somerville, Jorginho, Dan James, who have rockets in their boots, right? Who can get in behind. And I think as opposed to trying to just generate chaos in their own half and risk teams playing around us, it doesn't mean we don't ever do that. I mean, we do it, but it's just never been that aggressive. If you'll notice, as soon as they pass the halfway line, it does get very, very aggressive. That's where having a guy like Ethan Ampadu is really helpful. So what I'm looking for us to do today is Leicester are going to have their chances, right?
Yeah.
But when they overcommit players into our attacking area, especially just past that halfway line, I'm going to look for diagonal balls being played or just balls in behind that James and Somerville are going to be running onto. because there are going to be opportunities. They do like to overload an attack via the flanks, and it's going to create some space in behind. But the transitions are going to have to be quick. We're not going to be able to run through those spaces. The first ball has got to be fast, and then
it's about being ruthless, isn't it, Gabe? It's about being ruthless. They've got to be ruthless tonight, I think.
Yeah. And Somerville, like when he's been good this season, my God, he's been unplayable.
Yep.
The one thing he tends to do that might get him in trouble in a match like this is hold the ball a little bit. The moves have to be decisive on those counters, because if you wait too long, this team will recover, right? So, but it looks like some people in the comments are afraid of us going down early. I agree. Like we can't go away.
Looks like a few people in the comments are dealing with that with wine and beer. Shout out to Super Sparkly One and Steve there. Ryan says if Bamford comes on and scores the winner, we'll all retreat and we'll all say we've all supported Patrick Bamford through.
He won't.
He won't.
I'm telling you, he won't do it. But like if he does, I will go on Twitter and I will write a soliloquy about how wrong I was. Because at the end of the day, I would rather be wrong and have Patrick Bamford score and us win than be right.
You wouldn't be wrong. Yeah, you wouldn't be wrong. Yeah, all your points would still be valid. But
if I said directly he won't come on and score and then does it, that would inherently make me wrong. But what are you drinking tonight, Connor? What do you got going?
Just the most Yorkshire thing ever, mate. I think I'm on my about like 6th cup of tea. So
are you drinking Yorkshire Gold?
I'm drinking Yorkshire tea decaf, and I'm on the bad side of the Pennines. So they seem to think that Tetley's is the correct brew here, which is obviously a load of absolute bollocks. Yorkshire tea, mate, always. What about yourself? I mean, it's a different time of day there, isn't it? You probably got yourself a fizzy drink or a water.
Well, I'm finishing up my coffee. It's going to be 4:00 here in a couple of minutes, so I might bust out the single malt. However, if I bust out a single malt and Leeds lose, I'm not going to want to look at that bottle for a while. So the question is, should I go Highlands or should I go something a little bit more peaty? What do you think?
Got to be Highlands. Peaty's it's very some real trigger words there when it comes to whiskey.
Islay.
Yeah. I've heard. Is it Japanese whiskey's the best? Is that correct?
The best. They import from Scotland. It's just you're paying an import tax.
Interesting.
I do drink Japanese whiskey and I quite like it, but it's a little research. You're paying for brand.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go. Gabe's insights there. Leeds march on together. Said it's winnable, but the annoying thing is we are then capable of losing a silly game. Yeah, that is extremely Leeds for us to somehow win this game and then we lose 1-0 at home to Plymouth on Tuesday night. but that is very Leeds United. Looks like the teams are coming out, Gabe. We will leave this here, mate. If you want to jump in at half time, definitely do so. And it looks like, Jamie Vardy, look at him, the little chav. He looks ready for this.
Jamie Vardy came out. I will say something bad. Jamie Vardy was born in a tracksuit.
He was.
I mean, zipped all the way up to here. His little baby arms,
Mate, he's from Sheffield. The tracksuit's a privilege. But we will leave it there. Gabe, reside to the comment section, my friend, and we will get full frontal Conor McGilligan here, and we will see you at halftime. Thanks for joining, pal.
Yep, bye.
Well, everybody, there's fireworks going up and out at my flat here. If you hear a bomb every now and again, it is outside, so apologies for that sound noise. That sound wave, I should say. But the Foxes are coming out onto the pitch with the Peacocks. Leicester City versus Leeds United. This would be a huge win for the Whites. If we could get this one, we could reel Leicester back in and then going into a tumultuous Christmas period. And this would lay the gauntlet down a little bit if Leeds were able to get something here. I will get your score on screen now. It is still 0-0. Obviously, we're about to start the game. Can Connor spell Leicester? This is the real task. Leicester. There we go. And I've beautiful. Let's get this sorted. And let's get this party started, everyone. Leeds versus Leicester. Friday night. Hope you've got your cups of tea ready, your wines, your beers, all that good stuff. We've got Leicester's lineup: Justin, Faze, Vestergaard, Ricardo, Casade, Winks, Dewsbury Hall, Fatawu, Vardy, and Mavadidi. It is a massively strong lineup. Leeds have gone with Melier in there, Archie Gray, Joe Rodon, Pascal Strouk, Sam Byram, Kamara in midfield, partnered alongside Ethan Ampadu, James, Pirro, Somerville. The line led again by Jorginho Rutter, something which I'm a little bit, perturbed about. I'd love to see Rutter in that 10 and Pirro up top. But the big news for tonight, the big news, everybody, Junior Firpo is back in action. Connor, please keep your cool, mate. No shouting the 5-yard pass. It's scary. Okay. I won't mention anything about 5 yards. Also, quick question to everybody in the chat. Does anybody know where Daniel Farke's Parker's from? I've got myself a Daniel Farke Parker, and it kind of mirrors it, but I think Daniel Farke's dress sense is pretty good. I can't lie. I'm a massive fan of the Parker. If anybody knows where Daniel Farke's Parker's from, get it in the comment section below. But obviously a bit of remembrance here today. Leeds versus Leicester. Friday night. Leicester versus Leeds, I should say. Packed out King Power as Leeds come to town. Well, he is German, says Ryan. Ryan, that's not telling me where the Parker's from. But yeah, this could be 3-0 or 3-0, 4-4 or 0-0, but that goes for almost any game in this division. I honestly think that this division, I mentioned it the other day, I think it's absolutely crap. I do. I think aside from 4 or 5 teams, it is a below average division. I think the difference is the 4 teams. I think that's why Leicester are experiencing such fun at the minute, because they don't have to be at their best. I honestly believe, I know a lot of you guys would disagree. I think Leicester would struggle in the Premier League. I think we would struggle in the Premier League with the side that we've got right now. I think the teams in this division just aren't ruthless, and we're profiting from that. Like some of the games that we've played when we've given up chances, the whole game sticks out. That massive chance they had where they hit the post, just instances like that where the oppositions are just tenfold in the Premier League, so much better and so much more ruthless. I think Leicester would struggle. I think we would at the minute. I think there'd have to be heavy investment in this side in the Premier League. We're not looking too far ahead, but I just think, Leicester are the team in this division at the minute. I think top 3. Listen, there could still be a top 3 scenario of Leeds, Leicester, and Southampton. That's still a realistic scenario. Fair point starting right. He is not, Thomas. He is not. 2-0 lead, says Chris. Long-time fan of the channel. Watching along for the first time, Connor. A virgin watch. Oh, Oliver, you're in for a ride. No, but cheers for stopping by, mate. I really appreciate it. As I say, guys, I'll whack some likes on the video if you want. Let us know what you're having to drink today. Have you got your tea? Have you got a wine? Have you got a beer on this Friday night? You might be in a different country. You might be drinking some orange squash if you're not of legal age. But Leeds United kicking off tonight against Leicester City, just as we're getting this remembrance stuff quite rightly put on the screen and respected. Big game. I'd start Nonto above James. Yeah, says Rich. Michael Brown says that the one Leicester player that caused Leeds so much problems with an excellent scoring record against Leeds is Harvey Barnes. Thank God he's no longer at Leicester. Yeah, he's an absolute nightmare was Barnes, wasn't he? And if you remember, Michael, it was all the way back to when he was at Barnsley and West Brom that he was still causing us problems. It wasn't just, it wasn't just Leicester City. This guy's caused us problems for the entire championship calendar, really. But yeah, Leeds about to kick off here. Let us know your score predictions, everyone in the section below as well. Fascinated to hear what you guys think on this one. Am I copyrighted already? Who knows? Yeah, we're 9 seconds in. Melee starting with the ball here. They've got mascots older than Archie Gray. Yeah, true. Somerville putting a little bit of a press on Pereira here. Guys, if you want to time match me here, we're on 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 as Ethan Ampadu knocks the ball out for a throw-in. I don't think Ethan's been as good as he has been at the early part of the season in the last sort of 3-ish games, to be quite honest with you. But hopefully he'll be able to regain something here. As I say, Leicester retaining possession at this moment in time. Leeds forcing a little bit of a press. Harry Winks on the ball. It'd be interesting to see how he plays. I've not watched a lot of Harry Winks, but there's Leicester fans who are saying he's the best midfielder since Iniesta and Xavi. So it'll be fantastic to see sort of that level of performance tonight. Hermansen in net for Leicester as well. I'm quite impressed with. He looks like a really good addition. And it'd be nice to see Leeds invest in the goalkeeper position at some point, I think. Hermansen anyway. Ooh, blocked there by Crescencio Somerville. Kamara's on the ball. Leeds retrieve it. Strout, poor in possession. Really poor in possession there from Pascal Strout. But a nice little pressure from Leeds goes back to Hermansen. Very even at this moment in time as we are a minute 28 seconds into this one. Ball to Cassidy here. Faze at the back. As I say, Leicester have pretty much kept a very, very familiar back line to what they had in the Premier League, which is, it's credit to their recruitment team there. But they're trying to play it out from the back. Leeds apply a little bit of pressure. We win it back now. What can we do? Leeds United in the press. Ball's been played. Joel Perreault. Can he finish it? Perreault! Oh, fucking hell, Joel. It's got to go in, mate. Massive chance for Leeds United. A huge chance. The pressure pays off. Leeds United win the ball there. That's where you've got to put it in the back of the net. That's what I'm talking about when you're ruthless. Jorginho Rutter, love the little ball. Joel Perreault. And he's poor. It's poor from Joel Perreault. He's ballooned it. He's got to hit the target. It's on his left foot. It's outside the area where he's so profitable. He's got to do better there for me. Leeds with a massive chance inside 2 minutes. Hopefully that won't bite us on the arse, but Leicester are playing out from the back. Leeds applying a little bit of a pressure now. Leeds win it back again. Jorginho Rutter inside their half. Jorginho Rutter. Once again, Leeds not able to capitalise. Leeds win the ball back on the edge of the area. Kamara, great start from Leeds. Dan James, can he pick the right pass out? Being marked closely by Dewsbury Hall. Dan James does well again. Can he put that ball in? Tackle by James Justin. Fantastic start by Leeds United. Top start from Leeds United. But we've got to start putting these in the back of the net. The high press, I told you at the start of the game, everybody, Leeds are going to get chances against this lot. It's whether or not we can put it away. It's a great tackle from Pereira, but we've got to be sharper here. Leeds starting really, really brightly. Sam Byram, anyway, on the ball, playing the ball out to Crescencio Somerville. He's showing Pereira up. Pereira wins that battle again. He's a good start from the Portuguese. Kamara on the ball now. Leeds started the game really nicely. Should be 1-0 up. Joel Perreault with a big miss. Joe Rodon, massive player to have back tonight for Leeds United. Dan James being closely followed there by James Justin, and for whatever reason, Sam Byram leaves the ball. Looks like it's going to go out for a Leicester goal kick. Joel Perreault, can he close that ball? Can he close it? Leeds win the ball back, and it's a throw into Leeds. A really good start by Leeds United. Positive. Leicester look a little bit slack here. And it's been an excellent start from Leeds United. Daniel Farke's team with some real excellent high pressure on this Leicester back line, who in 3-5-2 are looking to play out from the back. Archie Gray with the throw-in on 4 minutes. Gray plays the ball in. Leeds just retaining possession now. And we'll have a free kick there, please, referee. Advantage played. Pascal Strout, really well played by Joe Rodon. Kamara, the silky smooth operator, lays it in and it gives a little bit of a hospital ball there. Crescencio Somerville does well. The young Dutchman receives the ball again. Looks to play the ball out wide to Sam Byram, to Archie Gray. Leeds 4 minutes, 31, 32, 33 seconds inside the first 5 minutes with the best start. Should be 1-0 up. Should be 1-0 up. I'm still very, very annoyed with Joel Perreault there, who was given a fantastic opportunity to put the Whites ahead on 2 minutes and flunked it. Dan James with a lovely little change of speed there. Some great feet. Can he pick the right pass? He's picked the wrong pass, in my opinion, but Leeds recycle possession. Sam Byram on the edge of the area. Kamara, can he play it back? He can do. Sam, get it on your left foot. Left foot, drill the ball. It's pathetic. Sam Byram hasn't got a left foot. Kamara wins the ball back. Lovely little ball into Crescencio Somerville. Can Leeds make an advantage of this? They can't. That's a corner, referee. That's a corner, referee. Ref. What's going on here? That's a corner to Leeds United. Some good little interchange there. Leeds are looking quick. They're looking sharp. They're looking zippy. And Leicester are on the back foot. But this is where we need to start taking advantage of this now. I don't know what the referee's doing. He looks like the main character out of Sex Education, but an older version. Crescencio Somerville with the corner now. Can he beat the first man? Big men in there to target. Joe Rodon with the obvious one. Poor ball in from Somerville. You just knew it was going to be a flatliner. Kamara on the ball now. Can he keep the ball in play there? Use your left foot. Doesn't need to. The silky smooth operator does really well. Glenn Kamara on the ball now. Recycles possession. Ethan Ampadu gets the ball in the middle of the park. Can he play it out wide? Dan James is out there. He does so. Leeds doing well here. Keep on the action. Pereira. It's poor from Dan James. Got to be better. But can he apply the press on James Justin? He does so. Leeds do really well. And that's our ball, that linesman. And you've given it the wrong way. Mavididi leads tight on him, which we do need to be in this game because Mavididi is the problem. Enzo Maresca, the B-Tech Pep, has come out. He looks a little bit flustered by Leicester's start. There should be 1 or 2 goals down here. Jorginho Rutter with a massive chance, and Yoel Perot. That is a huge chance for Leeds United, and it's 0-0 here on 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Dewsbury Hall plays the ball back now to James Justin, the goalkeeper. He does well there, Hermansen, to control it. Faze now receiving it on the right-hand side of a back two. Plays it down the line. Fatawu gets the ball here. Back to Faze. Leeds applying a little bit of a pressure, which is working, but I think it's individual. I don't know if it's a team press. Really well played by the goalkeeper there. Who looked a little bit shaky in the early exchanges here, but Leicester just getting a feel of the ball. Harry Winks now in possession in their own half. Plays the ball to Pereira. As I say, we're on 7 minutes now. Jamie Vardy balloons the ball in the air, but Faze picks it up. Kasade. I need to get his pronunciation right on the ball. Fatawu coming inside. We know this is going to happen. Sam Byram's got to get a bit tighter here. He has a strike. It's blocked. Ball's recovered. Pereira has the ball now. Leicester getting a little bit more of the ball now. This is what I mean. Listen, I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion. Of course I'm not. But those chances for Leeds United, in my opinion, the first 3 minutes are massive. This is what I'm talking about ruthlessness with this Leeds side. These are the chances they need to take. It could come and bite them on the arse here. Anyway, Vestergaard has the ball. As I say, Leicester getting a little bit more of it. Pereira seems to be coming central here, which is interesting tactically. James Justin has the ball. Dewsbury Hall back to Harry Winks. As I say, Leicester dominating possession at this moment in time. Fatawu gets the ball. He's fronted up by Crescencio Somerville. Ball played in. Man at the back post. And it's a goal kick, is it? It's a corner kick to Leicester, which is it's going to be a big one. This because they've got a lot of big boys. Faze and Vestergaard will be coming up from the back. I don't even know if that was a corner. I think from what we could see there. Was it a goal kick? Is it a goal kick? It is a corner. So Leeds need to mark up here. Leeds do have a zonal action when it comes to to marking. It's really imperative we don't concede in the first 10 minutes here. Ball played in. James Justin knocks it down out by Archie Gray. Fatawu picks the ball up on the edge. Leicester applying a lot more pressure now. They're getting into it a little bit more after a really fast start from Leeds United. Faze receives the ball on the edge, plays it to his counterpart, Harry Winks, just there on the edge of the area. Leeds not seen the ball for quite a bit now, if I'm honest with you. Leicester getting a little bit comfortable, says Amy down there. I agree, Amy. They're getting a little bit of not doing much at this moment in time, which is fine. Leeds don't need to panic. But those chances earlier on were massive. And I think it's a hallmark of Leeds United's season, not being ruthless. But we're forcing Leicester into a long ball there. Leeds United regain possession through Ilan Melier. Overall, a good start from Leeds, to be fair. Ilan Melier playing the ball. Ethan Ampadu spreads it out wide. Leicester trying to apply a bit of a press there. Can Leeds play through it? We've done so reasonably well. Sam Byram plays the ball back to Pascal Strout. Strout plays the ball to Joe Rodon. Joe Rodon applied. Pressure applied from Jamie Vardy. Plays it back to Ilan Melier. Melier finds Kamara in the midfield. Kamara needs a little bit of a run from somewhere. Plays the ball into Somerville inside. Need a bit of movement from Yoel Perot. Who's starting, I know it's only the first 10 minutes, but he's starting to work me a little bit. He needs to start moving a little bit more when Leeds have the ball in that central midfield spot. Ethan Ampadu. Lovely ball. Is he onside? Sam Byram's made an excellent run, and it looks like he's onside. We've got to do something here. Plays the ball back, and it's shit, Sam. It is absolutely crap. If he's onside there, you've got to find your man. His left foot is as good as mine. It's atrocious. That boy needs to be cutting inside on his right foot all the time. Just not a big opportunity for Leeds as such, but an opportunity there. If you just played that ball accurately to Crescencio Somerville, that again, could be 1-0. It's poor from Sam Byram, so predictable. Anyway, Leeds recycle the ball again. Need to get better in that attacking third. Pascal Strauch on the ball. Plays it to his defensive partner, Joe Rodon, back for this game. Rodon. Nice little floated ball over there. It's Archie Gray versus Justin. Justin does well. Ian Wilson. Connor, don't call our players shit and crap. I've not said the shit and crap. I said it was shit and crap, Oliver. There's a big difference. Big difference. The past can be you know what and crap, but I'm not saying the actual person or player is. Let's not build a narrative here. Leeds win a corner kick. 11 minutes, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 if you want to get synced up. Hi, Connor. I'm watching you and the game. Sorry, mate, I don't get that comment, but good. I'm glad you are, mate. Love to see some actual commentary. No, it's no problem. Sam Byram, massive chance here. His left foot so average, below average. He's got to do better there, Sam Byram. It's a big opportunity. He did well to spring the offside trap. Ball played in now. It should be from Dan James. Can we get a better ball in? It is a better ball in. Leeds aren't able to do anything from it. I don't think we're going to get a lot from set pieces. Could be wrong, but they've got some giants at the back, Leicester. Kamara, anyway, who's had a strong start. Somerville, who's asking a lot of the ball here. Lovely little sprayed ball there to Archie Gray. Archie Gray, your pro needs to be quicker, is quicker, good. Leeds retaining possession, plays some nice one-touch football in the triangles here. Joe Rodon. Pascal Strauch, can we play through the lines? We can, and Sam's nearly got in there again, unlucky. Pascal Strauch with a force ball there, but it was unlucky. Lee's trying to play through Leicester, not going long, which if we can do so, fair play. They are playing through at the back, so there will be space. Lovely ball from Hermansen. Plays the ball to Harry Winks, who's been tightly marked. That's not a foul, referee. Leeds win the ball back. Somerville, can he give the ball quickly? Moves. Needs to give the ball quicker. Joe Rodon. Plays the ball out wide. Really good start from Leeds. Sam Byram, Glenn Kamara, and Ethan Ampadu. Just Leeds recycling the ball. We don't need to rush anything here. Jamie Vardy applying a little bit of a press. Ethan Ampadu. Lovely play from Leeds. Perot's got time if he gets his head up. He's got his head up. Advancing into that central space. Got to be strong there. Isn't strong. Is a bit soft. And Leicester are able to get the ball. Sam Byram does well to retain possession. Does really well. Nice little tackle there. Plays the ball in. Glenn Kamara. Yo Perot keeps the ball. Glenn Kamara. Rutter, tackled by FaZe, who does really well there on Rutter. Rutter's going back to cover the ball. Let's not give a foul away here. He's done well. He's got all the way back. Don't give a foul away. Mavadidi, the first time he's ran at Archie Gray, plays the ball in. An excellent ball in there. And Jamie Vardy will be cursing that he wasn't there to tap the ball in. And that is the first time we've seen Mavadidi really run at Archie Gray. Did really well there. Rutter losing the ball in possession there. Tackled by FaZe. Mavadidi got past Archie Gray, which is going to be a key battle tonight, and was able to put the ball in there. And Jamie Vardy wasn't there, as we've seen throughout his illustrious career, to tap the ball in for 1-0 Leicester. 13:53, 54, 55 if you want a time synchronization. Leicester picking up the ball here. Harry Winks. Winks on the ball again. Seeing a lot of the ball, to be fair to him. Vestergaard. Opening up a little bit, I think, when Leicester were able to get down our wings. I think we've seen it with Fatawu, and when Mavadidi has got the ball, they're able to sort of like curate a few chances, a few blocked efforts, and I think that's where they'll be trying to expose Leeds. The 3-5-2 does enable that. FaZe on the ball now, who I do rate very highly. Plays the ball to Fatawu, who's directly up against Sam Byram here. Crescencio Somerville does well to cover him. Cassidy plays the ball back to Vestergaard. Leicester just keeping hold of the ball here. Mavadidi fancies it against Archie Gray. Archie needs to be on his toes tonight. Winks plays the ball back to Hermansen. Don't mind that. 15 minutes gone. Leicester 0, Leeds 0. Leeds with the better chances so far. Should have put them away. Or put at least one of them away. I say we haven't had many chances, but Rutter at least has to score for me at that point on his left foot. Rutter pressing. And when Leeds apply a little bit of a press here, and it's not consistent enough, but we're forcing them into a few mistakes. We are. I think when we're standing off them a little bit, that's giving Leicester a little bit more time to build up and they're getting a little bit more confident on the ball. Hermansen, anyway, plays a long ball to Jamie Vardy. It looks like it's a great ball. Knocked on by Vardy. Oh, it was by Dewsbury Hall, sorry, and collected by Elan Meslier. 16 minutes gone. Elan Meslier plays the ball out. Joe Rodon. It's got to be better there, Dan James. Leeds have got to be better in possession. We don't need to be. Dan James doesn't need to be playing it one touch there. Kamara does excellently well. Plays the ball out to Crysencio Somerville, who's up against Pereira here. Can he do well? Pereira's had his number so far, in my opinion. Still has the ball. Jorginho Rutter inside the box. Leicester crowding him out. Force doesn't need to be forced. Their composure. Jorginho, and it's safely into Hermansen's hands there. I think Leeds on that transition were a little bit poor. James Justin now driving into the central space of Leeds United's midfield, asking a lot of Ethan Ampadu to track him. Mavdidi does really well, beats Archie Gray again. Leeds were able to retain possession. Are they? No. Dewsbury Hall comes away with it on the edge of the box, and Leicester recycle possession here. 0-0 on 17 minutes. Gabe says, Rutter doesn't love a first-time crack, does he? No, mate, he doesn't. He doesn't. Should have done better there, in my opinion. Should have done better there. But Somerville, Pereira's a very good defender. Very good defender. You know, there was top 4 teams looking at him and Somerville's standing him up, and he's doing well against him so far. I think it's the first time Rutter's probably faced a worthy adversary. Hermansen has just booted the ball to Meslier. We don't mind that whatsoever. Leeds retain possession. Very, very even right now. You can tell these two are two of the top teams in the championship. Ethan Ampadu, Joe Rodon, who's a massive boost to this Leeds United side. Ethan Ampadu again. Pascal Strauch splitting the back two, or Ethan Ampadu splitting the back two. Pascal Strauch receives it. Goalkeeper's on. Instead, he's gone for Joe Rodon, forcing Dewsbury Hall to work when he's applying that press. Dan James again. Doesn't need to be 100 miles an hour, Dan. Plays a lovely ball if Leeds can keep it. It's Somerville versus Pereira again. And Leeds have done, in fact, it was against Fatawu. Leeds have won a corner kick. A big puff from his cheeks for Daniel Farke. Was it a penalty? Why is he not given that? Sorry, I lost my stream, guys. I lost my stream. Marcus is saying pen that. I just saw Rutter get his legs tangled and he was thrown goal. And I don't understand why he'd have gone down. Oh, Rutter's won it off of Manson. Oh, you jammy little git. He's passed it to Fatawu here. Fatawu comes inside and Leicester have got 3 going for great tackle, Pascal Strauch. Can Leeds get them on the transition? He's done well. Somerville up against FaZe. What's going on here, referee? What? Is it offside? Fucking hell. Somerville did really well, poked the ball through. It's the first time I'm seeing it. Is that a pen? I don't know if it is, everyone. I don't know if it is. I don't know why he's not continued. I really don't. I'm confused. I don't think it is a pen. I'll be brutally honest with you there. But Leeds are showing we can get at this lot. And this is what I said in the preview. You can get at this lot. They're not like this extremely good side. They're not. Defensively, they've looked good, but the rest of the division's shite. It's a bad division. And Leeds United have the capabilities to beat this Leicester side. We're showing this so far. And we've definitely been the better side. Definitely been the better side. That press is really working. Their keeper, when we're pressing on him, and we're pressing on the back line, it's working. And I just wish we'd do it a little bit more. You saw Hermansen nearly lose the ball there to Rutter. Hermansen has the ball again. He's been forced to pass it out no matter what, which is admirable, but Leeds can definitely apply something. Vestergaard doesn't like it on his left foot there. Well played by Leeds United. A little bit of a mid-press there, a mid-block, as Gabe was saying. And Leicester have the throw in. Vestergaard doesn't. He's on the left side of the centre-back partnership, and he doesn't like being pressed onto his left foot. Very, very similarly to when Pascal Strauch is on the right side and he's left-footed. Doesn't enjoy it. Sam Byron wins the header. Crescencio Somerville up against FaZe again in this back three. Cutting inside. Just pass it there. Somerville, as me and Gabe were talking about at points, he's trying to do too much. He's trying to do too much up against there. The easy ball is on. He doesn't need to take everyone on all the time. Ethan Ampadu. But Leeds started this contest really nicely. Joe Rodon has the ball now. Plays the ball out to Pascal Strauch. Pascal Strauch, Kamaru, who's been one of the best players on the pitch so far in retaining possession and passing the ball. Watch it, curse the commentator, and I will end up losing it. Somerville's losing the ball quite a lot, everyone. And Sam Byram's going to be Somerville's got to retain possession a little bit better here. He's losing it. The referee better not give a yellow card there. It's the first one, you Doylan. Shut up. It's your first one. It's not a yellow card. I know first one isn't a thing. Shut up. Yeah. Chat to him. Don't be a Doylan. Don't be an idiot. Yeah. It's not a yellow card offence. See you in a bit, ref. Somerville losing the ball too easily there. I think Dan James and Somerville are just losing the ball a little bit too frequently on those wings. Need to retain possession a little bit better there. It's too easy for FaZe and Pereira, to be fair, to double up on him. Cassidy, anyway, plays the ball to Fatawu, or I think it's Fatawu when FaZe who are almost doubling up on him, but Pereira's almost playing a central role, and he's getting back to help FaZe, which is aiding Leicester at the back, definitely. So I think 3-on-3, we've got them on toast. FaZe playing the ball out. Fatawu switches the ball to his mate on the other side. Mavdidi. Leeds have enough bodies back. Harry Winks, Iniesta. Leeds win again. Harry Winks does well, to be fair. Skips past Ampadu. The referee's given a free kick for nothing. And Leeds aren't switched on there from the free kick. Dewsbury Hall here. Leeds have got to be careful. Lovely ball out wide from Cassidy. Fatawu now in Leeds United spots. We've got to stay focused here. Mavdidi at the back post. Leeds United have to stay focused here. Ball played in. This would be a really sloppy goal to concede. And Melee picks it up. Leeds just not being switched on there. They got a free kick, which for some reason was given a free kick, and Leeds were half asleep. Nobody was marking Dewsbury Hall. Mavdidi, an interesting ball in there by Harry Winks, which was bouncing. And yeah, look at the draw. Leeds get it. Sky deciding to show the replay 500 times because apparently that's classified as a chance. There's an argument as well. Vardy pushed Joe Rodon in the back there. But once again, the referees in this division are absolutely atrocious. Strauch. Joe Rodon. Kamara. Silky smooth operator. Byram. Kamara being pressed. Byram has to play it back. Strauch. Rodon. Approaching 24 minutes now. Dan James, lovely ball. Come on. Archie Gray's turned back into James Justin. Plays the ball in. Does Dan James. Leeds win another corner. Don't you give that as a foul, referee. Thank you. It is a corner to Leeds. These have got to be better. These have got to be better from Leeds. Come on. Lovely ball in from Dan James. Archie Gray could have gone forward there. Could have been a bit proactive and decided to cut back. Ball played in from Dan James, and Fatawu gets in front of Crescencio Somerville, who's almost been tripled up on at the minute by Fatawu, Pereira, and FaZe. So it's a bit of a task for him at the minute. Somerville. Average ball in again. Keeper. Dan James retrieves it on the edge of the box. I'd love a set piece operator at Leeds. Kamara. Somerville. Lovely. Really good. Somerville's up against Jamie Vardy here. You're expecting him to beat him. He's cut inside. Blocked too easily. Somerville's giving the ball away a little bit too much here, but Ampadu wins it back well. Kamara. Somerville now. Asensio, get up. Get up. Get up. He's just hitting the floor as Pereira receives the ball. He's having a bit of a frustrating game so far. Needs to get his head into the game. And Byram's going to get a booking here. Somerville is losing the ball way too often, and Sam's trying to be aggressive on Fatawu. And 25 minutes in, he's got a booking against a very dangerous player there. Somerville is giving the ball away way too much. He's causing Byram a few problems here. You've got to start doing better. He doesn't even attempt to get that last ball, Somerville. So that's punching the floor for whatever reason. They then transition on Leeds. Byram has to make the tackle, and he's walking a tightrope now. Fucking hell. So, Vardy on the ball. Playing the ball out to Fatawu. I agree with Gabe and others that Kamara's been the best player on the pitch so far. Byram's got to be careful now. And he's just been done by Fatawu. He obviously can't put a big tackle in now. He's going to have to think about this. He's going to have to really think about this. Daniel Farke now. Firpo is on the bench. It would be a rogue game to put him in, but Sam Byram now if you are Maresca, you are targeting that side, especially because it's not Byram's natural side. Leicester have the ball anyway. Dewsbury Hall. Mavdidi. Mavdidi anyway. And he goes, and I tell you what, if they'd have gone for a 1-2 there, he'd have been past Archie Gray. Looks very, very quick. Leeds are well in this game, though. Well in this game. On 27, 18 minutes. Fatawu again. Looks like they're almost getting the ball to him a little bit quicker now. He's playing the ball back. But if he's running at Sam Byram, he's going to get a fair bit of joy. Faze. Lovely little ball in the middle. He's a good player. It's not a foul, referee. It's not a foul. Leeds win the ball back. Harry Winks, Iniesta has a little paddy. Rutter. Lovely weighted pass. Somerville loses it again. He's having a frustrating half so far, Somerville. A lot of production is coming down his side, and he's not getting the rub of the green here. They're reading him very, very well, and he's getting frustrated. Vestergaard. Pereira is playing centrally. James Justin. Too easy. Plays the ball. Where's Ethan Ampadu here? It's got to be better. It's too easy for Dewsbury Hall, who plays in Fatawu on the edge of the box against Sam Byram. Sam Byram can't make the tackle for obvious reasons. Kasede, whose the pronunciation of his name is getting more wayward every time I say it. Somerville does well to get back. Leeds defend it well. He's got to get tighter there, Ethan Ampadu on Dewsbury Hall. Ball sprayed out wide by Faze, who's had a good start to the game. Mavdidi up against Archie, and Archie does well. Goal kick to Leeds. Geez, it's like an FA Cup final. It does feel like that. Carl says Byram has to come off, even if Somerville is to blame. I think so. I think it's Shackleton not on the bench. I don't know Gabe, and I don't know everybody else. If he is on the bench, he could be. But at this moment in time, I am a little bit worried about Byram down there, because Fatawu is a very good player, very quick. And you do not want that to be a game plan. Anyway, Leeds on the transition here. Lovely ball out by Joe Rodon. Dan James plays... Fucking hell. Good Lord. All I'll say is, if you're not watching the game, Dan James on a transition does a Dan James. Head down, not looking up, and just boots the ball out of play. Dan. Sometimes, Dan. Just... composed, calm, assured. You don't need to run at 100 miles an hour, and then there's nobody even in the box, Dan. Just retain possession. Anyway, Ricardo Pereira on that right-hand side. Foul throw, not given. It's a foul throw. Come on, Leeds. Perot getting left behind by Harry Winks. If Perot is in the midfield, this is my qualm with Joel Perot. If he's in the midfield, he's got to be combative. He's got to offer a presence. I think in midfield, in the midfield, when he's in there and Rutter's up front, he's not a body. You know, he's not defensively aware. He's not defensively good enough. He's not quick enough. And you know, just looking him there, he's not. He needs to be on the toes of Harry Winks. If he's in that number 10 role, Joel Perot, he needs to be on Winks' touch, and he's not at the minute. Winks isn't doing anything, but I'm just saying for future reference. FaZe plays the ball in. Rutter slides in. Coming forward now. Dewsbury Hall plays the ball out. Mavididi shaping up against Archie Gray. What are we going to see here? Mavididi does him way too easily. Mavididi plays the ball, and as Melee got it. Jesus Christ, he was quick then. He is you can tell he's a level above this lad. He's a level above. Archie's no slouch, and he's just absolutely skinned him. Absolutely skinned him. Jesus Christ, do we need Jed Spence back at just some point? And I'm not saying Archie's having a bad player at right back, but it'd just be great to have an actual right back and an actual left back. That'd be lovely. I'm not saying they're having bad games so far, Byram and Archie, but we're up against the best side in the division with proper wingers, and we don't even have two fullbacks in the right position when you're looking at Byram. 32 minutes gone, everybody. Kamara does well. Leeds' best player so far. Does well again. Second ball, Perot. Just sluggish, man. Kamara does so well. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. Well done, referee. Well done. Well done. Get up, Dewsbury Hall. Leeds come away with the ball. Kamara. Rutter. Lovely ball. That's not a lovely ball in. That's poor from Rutter. He had a lot of space to play it into there and a lot of time. Not a great start. Listen, a few Leeds players have had a really promising start, and I don't think this is bad at all, but they're coming into it a lot more now, as you just saw by those possession stats, which if you didn't see it, 76%, I think it was, possession for Leicester in the last 10 minutes. We don't want that to continue. Amanson, FaZe. Leeds have just got to be better in these moments where we've got real opportunities to hurt them. These transitional moments, we've got to be better. Fatawu does Byram, can't do anything about it on a yellow card. Fatawu plays the ball in, gets to Mavididi, shaping up against Archie Gray. One more time, we're on 33 minutes here. What can happen? Archie Gray does well, stands him up. Well done, Archie. Archie does well. It's going to be a running battle, that one, and Archie knows he's in for a bit of a fight, I think. Mavididi does well there, Archie Gray. 1-1, I call that on the scorecards. Leicester really growing into the game now without doing anything massive up front, which is fine for Leeds. Good day, lads, from Atlanta, Georgia. Hello. Winks. Dewsbury Hall. James Justin. Spraying the ball out wide for Tawu. He's getting a little bit more of the ball. Absolutely skins Byram. Byram gets back. Can he do anything? Skinned again. Leicester hit the bar with an absolutely incredible effort, and Leeds get away with it. Can we hit them on the transition now? Here we go. This is where Leeds are good. Rutter. Somerville's in. Fucking hell! Somerville, he's a yard off it. Farke's screaming for a penalty. It didn't look like it. And Somerville's not asking for it. It didn't look like a penalty. But from one end to the other, Fatawu, just incredible ability. Takes on Byram twice and swings a left foot at it. Smacks the bar. And then Leeds go on the transition and do a Leeds United. You know, and it's just that they see... Somerville just seems a yard off it tonight, or half a yard off it tonight. You know, the Leicester City players at the back seem to be half a yard quicker than him, or half a yard ahead in terms of where he's going to go. A lot of people saying, how is that not a pen? I didn't see that, and Somerville didn't react that badly, to be honest. Normally you get a reaction from the player if it's a pen. Dangerous moments for each side. Leeds, we could have got them there. We could have got them. That would have been a brilliant goal. But Leicester showing their individual talent. It's Leicester's individual talent, isn't it? Fatawu is going to be a growing problem there. Mavididi is doing okay. Rode on. Bit of a poor hit that. Archie does well. Mavididi picks it up. Leeds playing a little bit more moments now. We're not getting any of the ball at the minute, and I know that's how Leicester play. It's Enzo Maresca, it's Man City. They've got good quality players, but they're popping it off at the minute, Leicester, without really doing anything apart from that Fatawu chance, individual brilliance. That'd have been a wonder strike, and Melee just stood there. Leeds not getting a lot of the ball anymore. Nil-nil on 36 minutes. Winning the ball. Joe Rodon heads it out when he could have just taken it down. When we get the ball, we don't want to just be giving it straight back to Leicester, do we? Hermansen now. Leeds offering a little bit of a press. Harry Winks does well, to be fair. Phase. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. It's not a foul, man. Just because the referees in this division are so tripe. Awful touch from Fatawu. Is this a penalty? I don't know. It looks like it could be. There's contact. There is contact. Is it enough to send him down? I don't know. Maybe it is, everyone. Maybe it is. Fatawu. What a strike that was. Yeah, I'm sort of with you, Lorcon. I don't know if that was a penalty. Farke's been booked. First time this season that's happened. But that's two contentious decisions there. Leeds potentially could have had 2 penalties. Vestergaard, anyway. Archie Gray nearly won it. Mavididi too quick for him. Byram, come on. Does well. Somerville. Does well, Somerville. Okay, Leeds have done well under a bit of pressure there. Kamara, we'll have a book in there, referee, please. We'll have a book in there. No, he doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. It's a yellow card. It should be Kasaide. Kasaide, whatever he's called. Don't care. Strout. Rodon. Did you need to go back to keeper? Melee. Yeah, Glenn Kamara's been solid. He has, mate. Rodon. Oh, come on, Joe. He's done okay though. Lee's got a throw in there. Leicester pressing high on Rodon's touch. Farke looks stressed. Maresca's still bold. Long throw. Dan James heads it back to phase. Hermansen. Vestergaard. Been a very good game so far. Very good game for the neutral, I presume. It's on a knife edge. Harry Winks. I don't know where Rutter and Perot are playing. Perot sometimes is going forward. I don't know if he knows where he's playing. Then he's in the 10. I don't really know what's going on. Hermansen plays it out from the back, does it in sort of an Edison form there, does really well. And Leicester have punted it out for a throw. Press them high, Leeds. Press them high. I know, listen, they're better than a lot of the teams, probably the best in the Championship, clearly, at playing it out from the back. But you press them high with quality. They don't like it. We've seen that in the first half. There's a blueprint here. Sunderland laid it down as well. Sunderland were doing the exact same. Leeds have just got to be ruthless. Archie Gray, throw in. Perot's a corner. Give us a corner. Give us a corner, you fucking wanker. Mind my language, everyone. Yoel, you've got to be more fit. He's got to be more physical there. He's got to be. He's a bit, he's a bit soft, isn't he, Yoel Perot? The link, everybody. I've just got a link on my legal stream, if you get what I mean. My very legal stream. Can't incriminate myself here. Vestergaard press. Leicester lose the ball again. Leeds Casade is I agree with a lot of you saying he's the weak link. Leicester's outlet at the minute is going back to Hermansen when Leeds are pressing. That's a good sign. Press high. Come on, Leeds. We've got a chance to win it here. We really have. Fatawu, he's going to do Byram mix. Byram can't get booked. Farke's got to look at this. He's got to look at this. Mavadidi's got the ball now up against Archie Gray. They've played through the transition. They've played through a bit of a press. What can Mavadidi do? Dewsbury Hall has it. Leeds do well. Archie Gray does well again. Joe Rodon, it's bopping around the box back to Mavadidi. The one player who didn't want to have it on the edge of the box. Leicester have the ball. Harry Winks plays the ball to someone who plays it over the bar. Who was that? No idea. It was Fatawu on his left foot. Who we've seen in this first half can be quite dangerous on the left foot. Farke looks tetchy. Yeah, Perot's redundant. I agree, Ronnie. I agree, although he had that massive chance, didn't he? He had the huge chance. Fucking hell, man. Ampadu playing us into a little bit of bother there. Sam Byram with a shocking first touch, which not only takes him out of position, but gives Leicester the ball back in a really good position. Awful first touch, which has allowed Leicester to come through the offensive third a little bit on their side. Mavadidi is able to do... Leeds, come on. Poor touch from Fatawu. Kamara does really, really well. Lovely ball. Leeds on the transition now. Crescencio Somerville coming the ball. He's only got one up. He's only got Rutter. Leicester are coming back in numbers. Got to play the right ball. He's played the wrong ball again. And we're not clicking at the... Somerville is not clicking at the minute. I know he's that dangerous player, but it's a poor ball to Rutter. Rutter's not got a chance. What I will say, everybody, is FaZe looks very good for them in predicting where Leeds are going to go. He's in Somerville's head at the minute. He really is. He's in Somerville's head. Say that. I'm not going to say press them high one more time, but if Leeds carry on with this, there's opportunities there. We've just got to start putting them away. I said in my preview, they've kept clean sheets, but they are not all what people think they are. You've just got to stick to a game plan. Kamara gives the ball away, but it's a poor ball, in my opinion, from Sam Byram. It bobbles. Kamara nearly wins it back, forces a little bit of pressure on Leicester to win the ball back. The standout player in the first half by a country mile has been Glenn Kamara. Absolutely excellent in that midfield. Ampadu does well to just take a touch on the ball. Leicester pressing a little bit higher here. Byram's got to be a good touch. Byram, man, it still fills me with bags of nerves. Leeds do okay to get out of a little bit of a Leicester City press, which comprises of 4 of their attackers. Joe Rodon now, he's got Glenn Kamara in the middle. We're approaching 44 minutes now, everybody, if you want to assess your timers. If you want to synchronise your timers, I should say. Elan Meslier plays the ball to Pascal Strout, Ethan Ampadu in the middle, back to Elan Meslier, who gives a little bit of a trampoline touch and plays a ball which is searching for Somerville. And Leeds win a throw-in just on halfway, above halfway, I should say. 43, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Guys, stick with me after the game as well. We are going to be speaking post-match and the touches in this game. This is a big problem for Leeds United. Joel Perot has had nothing. He's had 8 touches. 8 touches in this entire half. It's easy to mark him out of this game. And we're seeing this way too much with Joel Perot. There needs to be a lot more consistency, whether or not that's management. Glenn Kamara does so well there. Glenn Kamara, fantastic. Evades the pressers. Nobody there to help him. Ethan Ampadu don't shoot. He's short. God, Ethan, man. Can't shoot, Ampadu. Glenn Kamara has been so good. What a game he's having. Always going wide for an Ampadu. I don't mind it, but it's just if I knew Ampadu could shoot. Leeds once again, high press. Leicester from the back. They're struggling to build up through our press here. Can we retrieve the ball? Leeds can. Really well done. We've won the ball back again. Kamara, absolutely superb in this half. Dan James, brain. Loses it. Goal kick. It's just, guys, the thing that frustrates me with him is it's head down and run. And sometimes it needs to be more than that. It really does. Looks like half-time, everybody. Leeds United go in 0-0. I would like to say that, in my opinion, the better side by a country mile, really. Leeds United need to carry on applying a press. We carry on with a press, we're going to get something here. They don't like it when we've got real quality applying a press, but it needs to be more consistent. And if we carry on doing this, we're going to retrieve the ball in their half. You've seen it. Hermansen's been dodgy, but Leeds in that first half, your pro's got to score. Rutter, there's an argument there's a penalty for either Rutter or Somerville. I'm going to get Gabe in. Gabe, follow the link, mate. Follow the link. Cracking game. We're playing well. Leicester look really pedestrian. Only dangers through the two wingers. That's a lot of what it has been, Lee. It's the wingers. The wingers throughout this entire season have got them out of a lot of you know what. I really like Faze at the back. I think he's a quality defender, and I think they've marshalled Somerville really, really well. And that's the point for me. Kamara's been excellent. Ampadu's excellent. Rutter's been okay, but it's when it gets that final third for Leeds, they're marshalling us really, really well, and that's where we need to be a little bit more clinical. Yoel Perot is absent again, and I just look at it and I think to myself. And a lot of you are going to scream at this, and I know the person in the background is going to scream at this. But what less are you going to get with putting Patrick Bamford on in a game like this? Someone who presses very, very well from the front. Yoel Perot at this moment in time is absent, and we've seen throughout games, especially when it's not going well for us in terms of we're not sort of dominate the game and winning. We've seen Yoel Perot sort of just fall back into non-existence. And I don't really know what he's offering in that midfield whatsoever. If you drop Rutter back, maybe have Bamford up top or whatever, or bring Nonto on and have someone in a false nine, maybe you get a little bit more from that. We're going to bring Gabe in right now, guys, at halftime. How do you see that one, mate?
If you drop Rutter back, you put Pirro up front. Like, absolutely not with Pat Bamford. I don't know where this is coming from.
Well, where it's coming from is Bamford, whatever you say, and you might not like him, but he's offering a press here. There's 100% he's offering a press. He's a better presser than Yoel Perot. If Pero's had 8 touches, Gabe, you can't just say nonchalantly all the time that Perot just stays on, whatever the fact. There needs to be either an improvement in his game to make him more consistent, or there needs to be a plan B, because when he's had 8 touches, when Leeds have been, in my opinion, the better side, especially offensively, retrieving the ball in their half, and he's had 8 touches, and he should have scored one of them, there's got to be a plan B here.
Yeah, but the plan B can't be a guy. So we're talking about a net zero right now from Pirro, right? Sort of making no impact on the pitch, versus somebody with Pat Bamford, who we've seen make a negative impact on the pitch, right? So let's not pretend that the solution for Pat Bamford would be somehow better than what Yoel Perot's offering. I'd rather get nothing than less than nothing. But
I think he'd have more than 8 touches and he'd help with the press.
But how, though? How would he have more than 8 touches? Because what they're doing, what we're doing is when we get the ball, we're playing the ball out wide, that we're motoring on ahead, and the players are either cutting inside and shooting, or they're playing poor crosses that are getting snuffed out easily. So if the solution is to get him out of the attacking midfield position, Yoel Perot, I agree with that. That put him up front and let Jorginho Rutter play more facilitator role. But for me,
but that's not happening, is it? That's never going to happen. That's not happened all season. So
no, but we're not playing no matter who it is. We're not playing in a way right now that, unless the crosses are coming off, how does he get touches right now?
Well, but what about every other game when he's been completely absent? Then
we're playing the same way.
What do you mean?
So do we think, here's the question I'll pose. Do we think that Yoel Perot has suddenly forgotten how to play the game of football after years and years of playing it at a really high level, at this level, at high clip at this level? Or do we think that we're playing in a way right now that isn't really utilizing him properly.
Yeah, and that's the point. But but when Rutter and him are on the pitch, that's not going to change. So
Right.
all I'm saying is,
But you think we improve with Pat Bamford?
I'm not saying we improve with Pat Bamford, but there has to be a plan B to this. It can't just
Right,
always.
that's the only exception I took. I was like, Pat Bamford, no way.
But there's not. But I don't really see what the plan B is, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's talk about the positives. I think Glenn Kamara's been outstanding. What do you think?
Yeah, best player on the pitch for me.
Yeah.
I hate to say, I think we have to pull Byram off at half.
Yeah.
And come with what? Actually, is Shackleton not in the team at all? Is he not even named at the substitute bench?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I've yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick look now, mate.
Well, let's be real. As much as it's frustrating, right? Because we had chances and we were the better team.
Yeah.
Like, if we were just to step back and depersonalize it and say this is an unbeaten team, Leicester at home.
Yep.
And I'm going to tell you it's going to be 0-0 at the break. Well, how do you feel about your chances to pick up points? I feel good about it.
Mate, I think we've been the best team. I think Leeds have been really good.
I have a stress headache from the play with Somerville and just some of the finishing at the end and just kind of being off it. But if some of our best pieces right now aren't playing well. Let's be real. They're not playing super well. I said this when you were off finding your microphone. I don't think Ampadu's been quite as sharp as he was in the first number of games.
Agree.
I don't think he's been bad. Let's not. I don't want to make something out of nothing. He's not been bad, but some of his passing hasn't been quite as sharp. Now he also could just be looking a little bit more ordinary next to Glenn Kamara, who looks really good on the ball.
He looks very good.
You know what he's doing. So yeah, we're in good position. It's hard not to be a little bit disappointed. That first 5-6 minutes, we were all over them. They couldn't handle us at all. And it's frustrating that we didn't get. And again, though, if we're going to criticize Yoel Perot, and we should, right? Jorginho's got to be better there. He had a couple of chances. Just hit the ball first time, man. Just hit the ball first time. It's in the back of the net. Just a couple of things here and there. But again, I'm overall very, very happy with where things are right now. But you just if I'm stepping back as a bookie, you're liking Leicester a little bit better in the second half to find a way to score at home, to come into the game a little bit more. But as a Leeds fan, I'm as happy as I can get. I'd be happier if we had scored, but
I think the wingers have struggled. I think James has struggled. I think there's been a little bit of a press from James Justin. You've seen it on the watch along there that it's almost like some of us getting tripled upon at points. You got Fatawu, you got Faze. Faze had a really good game. He looks one of their best players, to be honest with you. And then Pereira's playing centrally as well, so he's able to cover on that right hand side to help against Somerville. But Somerville seems to be overthinking it a little bit at the minute, Gabe, in my opinion. And he's not really free flowing.
Yeah. What we talked about last week, or last time we were talking, I guess, a couple days ago, is that when you have a team full of young players like this is where it's really helpful to have that spine in the defense. And I thought Rodon was fantastic. I thought Pascal played really well. Yeah. And even though I just sort of backhanded Ethan Ampadu, I think our midfield has been better. I think our midfield's outplayed there so far. So that's probably why it's 0-0. I got to nitpick one thing. The ball that hit the crossbar, Ilan Melier didn't even move for it. He literally ducked and watched it go over. It's going right down the middle of his goal. Just jump up and try to put a palm on it, you idiot.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
It felt a little bit. That's top corner. It didn't really feel like top corner. It was decent effort, but yeah, he was rooted.
If I'm the goalkeeper, that's my position. I'm probably not going to duck and watch the ball go over. What in the world?
Yeah. No, 100%. How do you see this one going, Gabe? Is this going to be a case of Leeds ruin those missed chances? Or what? I guess the big conversation is: Did you think any of those were penalties in the first half or not?
No, I don't think they were penalties. And I think it's good. We don't listen. Was there some contact with the Somerville? Yeah, I think so, but it was just outside the box. If the referee starts giving that, we're going to get in trouble on our end. So it'd be nice to have it, but if that's the standard of officiating, I think we'd be on the other end of things at some point. My concern is this: if we don't jump on them in the beginning of the second half and score a goal, I don't know what we have to throw at them that's a better punch than what we had in the first half. In other words, I don't think we can bring anybody on that's going to make I don't. Pat Bamford is not my answer here. I don't think Willie Nanto has made much of a difference when he has come on.
Yeah.
And maybe he will. And the thing about Dan James is, as much as, we can talk about end product, we talk about the fact that he'll need 5 or 6 cracks at something to get it right because of his speed. I mean, he just puts defenders under pressure quickly and closes them down really fast. And there is that opportunity, especially when Leicester, and they are going to come on a counter. I want Dan James in the match because we can't bring him off the bench right now because he's been on. I think if we don't go out and get a goal, though, I'm looking at Leicester's going to make adjustments to deal with what we gave them.
Yeah.
So and I think they're a deeper team than we are. So my concern is if we don't score in the first 10 minutes, we're fighting for a draw. First 10 minutes of the second half.
They do look very vulnerable, though, don't they? They look very vulnerable passing out from the back.
What's that goalkeeper doing? We talk about our what's he doing?
Yeah, Hermansen. Yeah, he's been really stressed into playing that out from the back consistently, hasn't he? Which is interesting.
I will be concerned if we don't take Byram off, not because he's been poor, but because he's on a yellow card. And either one of those wide players, I mean, it's not a criticism of Archie Gray, and he's getting run ragged. I mean, even if he is a natural right back, I mean, their wide players are very good.
They are very good,
and the best. I'm always going to take, if you put the best wide player in the world against the best right or left back, I'm always going to say advantage wide player, right?
Yeah,
So it's not about ability. It's not a criticism. It's a tough match for them today. And I think we've done well to keep them from scoring. But my real concern is they're going to go right at Sam Byram over and over and over now because he's on a yellow card.
There's even an argument. There's even an argument that you'd put Mavadidi out there, just to really, because he looks like a very dangerous player, doesn't he? I think both of them look very, very dangerous. Gabe, do you mind staying online and answering some of the comments whilst I get a drink?
Yeah, go on.
Good man.
I'll be ordering a pizza very soon for myself. What do you guys think? Are you happy with the performance? I think. Ben said here, good first half against the best side in the league. Let's be honest, Leicester are walking this division. We've outplayed them for 45. Ben, can't disagree with you, pal. 100%. I think that's right. I think, the things we're talking about are, kind of missed chances, and we're ruining things, and we're looking at, because we know we're doing this with some of our players not playing their best, right? It's clear to see that Perraud's not playing well. Somerville's been a little bit off it. I think Jorginho has been involved, but some of the stuff he's done hasn't come off. Glenn Kamara, again, has been fantastic. He's been sublime. But yeah, first 10 minutes, as our friend there in the comments just said, first 10 minutes could be 3-0. Even if one of those chances go in, 33.333 infinity conversion rate, it's still 1-0, right? So, Carl, I'm worried about Byram's yellow card as well. Wondersphere says we're being handicapped by Farke's idiotic inclination to play 5 players out of position every game. 5 players out of position. I'm getting a sense that that's some hyperbole, Wondersphere, but I want to hear what you mean. So comment again. Tell me what you would change. Wouldn't mind swapping both wingers for Anthony and Nanto. Maybe. I do think Somerville has more to give us TMC. But yeah, got to convert our chances 100%. Robbie. Tanner says, can we really trust Firpo? That's a great question. I don't necessarily think so. Shabazz says, bring on Bamford for Perraud, Grimsby Gabe. Yeah, and Perk says, if we took them chances earlier, is ruining them. I 100% agree. Riley Smith says, Firpo for Byram, is that too much for him right now? Riley, honestly, we haven't seen Firpo play, and I would like to think that a drop down in division, he'd be a standout, but we don't know. Callum says, we're matching them in our way. We should be very happy with the moment. I hope we score first. Agree, Callum. Agree. I'm just, insane and have a stress headache over what might have been. But objectively, if I take myself out of it and take emotions out of it, this is a good performance so far. We are outplaying them in matches like this. That you're not going to get unlimited chances against a team like Leicester, given the way they're walking this division, right? So, and we have seen Leicester have had close matches before. They've even come from behind against teams to grind out a close result. So far in the season, it's just so far. It's not a conclusive statement, but so far, Leicester have shown more grit and more bottle to get closely contested results, whereas Leeds have kind of dropped some results that maybe we should have had. So I'm hoping we can come out and score in the next 10 minutes. But yeah, I think it's really important to do that. Shame we don't have Joseph on the bench, Michael says. I'm not sure that's a shame, not in a match like this. Dottie says Kamara has been faultless. Pirro butchered that chance. Kamara has been faultless. Butchered, I think, is a bit strong, but he definitely should have at least hit the target. Byram was awful after the yellow card, sucked the life out of him. Yeah, but it sort of had to be, right? You continue to get attacked and, don't want to get a second yellow card. I think for him, it's just about getting to half so he can be taken off. Our defense leaks more than the Titanic after we hit the iceberg. I mean, I'm not sure that's true. I think we're doing all right. Chris James says Pirro is a waste of a signing, playing him out of position every game. I mean, he does have 5 and 10, but I do get what you're saying. Richard says we need to be realistic. This is the best team in the league. Important not to lose it. Yeah, 100%. Stress headache so bad it's in my neck, guys. This is what Leeds United. Robbie says I have a bad feeling about this one. All right, Han Solo, relax. No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying not to have a bad feeling. I'm trying to keep optimistic. Defense seemed fine besides the fullbacks. Yep, Tanner, I agree. Need a few more long balls as it seems to be catching them. Bamford could chase down this goalie. I mean, Bamford maybe 4 years ago. I'm not sure he'd be chasing down anything. Wounded gazelle. Matt says, got 1-0 Leicester in the 90th minute all over this. Let's see. Pirro was in his position when he blew that shot. If you mean in and around the box, yeah, you expect him to score, right? Pirro is like a fox in the box type of forward. So I agree that he should have done better there. Tanner says, what changes do you make, Gabe? I think you have to take Byram out. It's probably going to be Firpo because I think Shackleton's not available today. We just can't afford a red card. And the way they attack, if they attacked more direct down the middle, I'd say fine, keep them in. But the fact is that they love to bomb up the flanks and to play it out wide. So we need to prepare for that. So I would make that change. I think maybe either Dan James comes up. I'm not sure, but I'd probably start the same attacking group over the next 10-15 minutes and see how that goes. No hyperbole. Byram's right back, Somerville right wing, Gray center mid, Pirro center forward, and that's right. Okay, I asked you who's playing out of position. I see. Okay, gotcha.
Gabe, is your stream back?
I'm watching it on the TV, so I haven't.
Right, mate. We'll get back into it, but thanks so much, and I'll catch you on the other side, my friend.
Alrighty,
thanks, buddy. Right, everybody, we are back. Leeds United start this second half. We are 45 minutes and 30 seconds into it. I am on a legal stream. Byram tackled. Leeds starting on the front foot again. Crysencio, some of a lovely little jinking turn there up against Pereira as well. Forces him back. We start the half with a little bit of a bang as Leeds United are coming forward with a little bit of dynamism here. Kamara. Leeds look like they've had the protein bars at half-time. Ampadu here. Can he cut the line? No, it's poor from Ampadu. Really, really poor in a good situation there. A little cutback could have worked. Dewsbury Hall does well, comes out. And we are where we are, everybody. We will win, says, please work. We have Glenn Kamara. Leeds pressing again from the front, which is great to see. We need to keep this up. It's been much, much better in terms of the press. They don't like this press. They've played through it, though, really nicely there as James Justin receives the ball. We are on 46-27, everybody. Casade is definitely their weak link. Leeds win the ball. Crysencio Somerville in a little bit of space. Somerville now, can he pick the right ball? It's just a bit laboured. It's a little bit laboured, and it's once again just really petered out. It's that final ball with Leeds at the minute. We're getting these really good transitional moments, and maybe when you're looking at Mavadidi and you're looking at Fatawa and thinking there's quality here, Leeds are just not really providing those moments of quality at the minute. We're getting into these really good positions and we're just flunking our lines. The wrong decisions are being made. Fatau has the ball up against Byram again, plays the ball to Casade. Casade plays the ball in. Pascal Stroud does really well to nod it out there. Pass it out, I should say, but Leicester taking a little bit of a surge into Leeds United's half there. Harry Winks receiving the ball. You're expecting Leicester to have the majority of possession here. Timer, please. I don't have a timer, mate. I need to figure out if any of you know how to get a timer, please let me know. I'm very new to this. Harry Winks receives the ball in a good little moment here. Plays the ball for Tau. Tau up against Sam Byram. Plays the ball in. Well done again. Pascal Struijk anticipating the ball in really well. Leeds win the ball. Leicester receive the ball here. Leeds win it back. Pro's got to be quicker. Loses the ball. Come on, win it again. Come on. He's lucky there. He's lucky. He's got to be quicker in those moments. He doesn't need 3 or 4 touches there, Pro. Just needs to be a bit quicker. Got the ball back, but then lost it again. But Somerville here, just revert. Pereira's, could that be handball? It didn't. It looked harsh again. I mean, they're just replaying the Perot little surge there where he hit the ball against Vestergaard's hand. I think that'd be a bit harsh. Meslier. None of those tonight, please, Meslier. Plays the ball out. Leicester applying a little bit more of a higher press here. Archie Gray does well against Mavididi. Leeds win the ball back. Dan James. Play it, Rutter. Rutter, lovely ball. Yeah, Somerville. God. Just not having it tonight, are you, fella? Pereira again gets the better of him. Somerville was in. I know the ball was a little bit probably behind him from Jorginho Rutter, but Leeds in a brilliant moment there as Leicester. This is a attack versus attack this. Anyway, Fataro has the ball, but Leeds look very dangerous on that attack, but it's that final ball. Pereira's doing an excellent job against Somerville. He almost looks tasked with just following him round, and yeah, Somerville's also trying to follow him around as well, but Archie Gray wins the ball. Poor ball from that Cassidy. Dan James now, just play the ball, fella. Play the ball simply. Nice little, unlucky. Nearly plays the ball to Archie Gray. There had to be better. He had loads of times there, Dan James, but he was unlucky. Harry Winks, it's become a game of transition now. Leicester now coming forward. Fatawu is facing up. Byram, who's going to have to get help from Kamara, and he's got it from Kamara there. Byram does well against him. He does really, really well. Now play the ball, Sam. Well done. Kamara. Ampadu, Kamara, Ampadu. Let's not get caught here, Leeds. Lovely. Really well. Now Dan's in the middle again. The transition's on again. FaZe follows Somerville, which we've seen the result of so far when he... FaZe's going to get him again here. Somerville does well. Well done, Somerville. He's done really well there, Crescencio. Sorry, guys. I'm having to fleet up streams here. That was miles ahead of the one I had, annoyingly. Big boys coming up from the back. Pascal Struijk. Pascal Struijk here. Coming up for the corner. 51 minutes and 12 seconds gone. Dan James on the corner. What happened next, do you think? Leeds from a corner. Come on, Dan. Ball didn't beat the first man. Another opportunity. Well played. Unlucky. Leeds win the ball back. Yep, Leeds win the ball back. Joe Rodon. Rutter. Pressure by Faze. Does well. Dan James loses it. Rutter. Dan James tackles Rutter. Fucking hell, man. Dan James is not the person you want in those tight spaces. You need him running in behind the defence. He was stood next to Rutter there playing football, and it wasn't great. Rutter did well, but Dan James flunked it. Anyway, Leeds just need to get better in that final third. Rutter receives the ball. Lovely ball that wide. Pereira's out the game. Play the ball. Pro, the tame effort. Saved by Hermansen. Not a difficult save. Dan James, again, loses the ball. I think he might need to come off soon. Nah, Leeds Peters out. Dan James receives it again. Blast the ball to no. Blast the ball. We're just looking weak. We're looking great in midfield. Looking excellent. Rutter receives the ball again. Lee's doing really well. We've got to do something here. We've got to start hitting them. James Justin does well. Ampadu. Kamara. Ampadu. Kamara does really, really well. Dan James. Rutter. Lovely play by Leeds. Don't shoot. Rutter shoots. It's decision making that's killing us here. And I don't want to say I've got a bad feeling, but we're just not being ruthless here. Not at all. At all, really. We're playing really well. We're not playing badly at all, Leeds here. With a better team, it's just we're not being clinical. We're not being ruthless, but Rodon. But a much better team. So they are defending quite well. They've kept a lot of clean sheets, to be fair, this season. You can see why. They almost go into a back five. And it's a good back five. Fucking hell. Iheanacho warming up. Kelechi Iheanacho. It's warming up there in the Championship. Mental. I wouldn't mind seeing Nonto, to be honest. I wouldn't mind seeing Nonto at all. I think Farke's got to do something here. I think we're playing well. It depends what you want. If we're happy with the draw, which I am, of course, definitely happy with the draw. I mean, that's if the football gods favour us in terms of them not scoring, but it'd be great for us to get a draw. But I'd love for us to get the win in this phase. Let's be ambitious. Let's want to get the win, especially when we're the better team. Hermansen playing out from the back. They've done it quite well there. Vestergaard looks a little bit tame on the ball there. James Justin with his left foot does well, clears the ball. Jamie Vardy, Rodon picks it up nicely. Leeds win a throw. Mavadidi. They've only had one chance and it was a wonder shot. Agreed, mate. If we don't score, Vardy will sneak. Well, Nonto and Pervader for James and Perot. Rutter up top. This is a Pervader game. Maybe you're right, mate. I just think if it's there for us, let's get it, Dan James. Oh, God. Get him off. Just get Dan James off. Get him off. He's just having one of those games again. Just get him off. I say again, he's played well recently, but it's just a Dan James game. I think Farke needs to just get him off, get Nonto on. We know Nonto's the better player. It's just Dan James in better form at the minute, but just some of the he's just getting really good moments and he's been wasteful. It's giving the ball away too much. We need to start, especially when you got a team as good in possession as they are. Perot wins it back. Lovely ball. Transition Leeds again. It's Somerville getting in around him. It's crowded out. Rutter. Tackle by James Justin. Rutter was it. That was a good moment for Leeds. A really good moment. Somerville did much better there. He started the second half much better. Rutter. Oh, it's a great touch. It's a brilliant tackle from James Justin. He does excellently. Corner for Leeds. Let's get this beyond the first man, please. Come on. Get it beyond the first man. Short from Leeds. Somerville. Glenn Kamara, I don't mind it. Dan James, don't shoot. Dan James shoots. Corner. Don't have him on the edge. No, Somerville go have it. Dan James runs over to... Listen, guys, I'm not hating on him. He's just having one of those games. He's just having one of his games. And you know with Dan James that, he has to start games well to continue games well, in my opinion. Let's beat the first man, Dan. Come on, get a bit of whip on it. Come on, have a moment now. Oh! Yeah! Leeds take the lead. Of course, it comes out when they've just scored. Please. I don't know how long that went on for, but Rutter scores. Byram, James puts a ball in, and I tell you what, it was a good ball from Dan James. To be fair to him, Leeds fully deserved that, fully deserved it. And I just had this awful thing in the back of their head that they're going to nick something. Iheanacho's on, which is going to give Leicester a bit more of a different dynamic. Let me know in the chat, everybody. Chat, was that muted for the entire goal celebration? Because if it was, I sincerely apologise, but I think I just got a bit too excited. Leeds carrying on here. Let's carry on and get the press. Come on. Iheanacho straight away playing off Rodon. Rodon does well. Referee will have a foul there. Thank you very much. Oh, fucking hell. What, for the whole goal it was off? Great. Well, at least my neighbours heard. Okay, come on, Leeds. Let's manage this game now. Manage the game. We've been the better team. 60 minutes gone. Comedy gold. Fuck's sake. Great. Brent, long-time viewer of the chat. Look at this second half. It says that it went as soon as the goal went. Let's press on the next. Come on. James, Rutter. Unlucky. They're rattled here. They're completely rattled. Leeds are all over them. Ampadu, shit ball, but can Somerville get it? A little bit of a change of pace there, Crescencio. Lovely. Nice little dazzle. Nonto with a little bit of a smile from behind on the bench. Got to keep up the action now. We've been the better team by a country mile. Perot slows, come on. Dive in there, Yoel. No mistakes now. Elan, don't be a bonehead. Oh, change the score, matey. I will, Fraser. Don't you worry, my man. That's one thing I can't get wrong. Why can't you just edit it? If they score now whilst I'm doing this. Don't you score now. Eesh. Hi, Daniel. Lovely. Kamara. Well done, Dan James. Play it. He's onside. No, he's onside, ref. He's onside. He's onside. If he's offside there, it's going to do my nut. Somerville. Oh, Somerville. Oh, Dan James hasn't gone for the 1-2. And he's lost it. Somerville was about to do some Ronaldinho madness there. He took two players on, some unbelievable bit of skill, just needed to pass back. But Dan James didn't see the pass back. Leeds all over Leicester City here. Dominating. Time, Byram. No boneheads here. No boneheads. Melier. Can we win it, Archie? Archie's done well. That's our ball there, referee. Thank you. Sorry, guys. The commentary's just gone out the window here. I think it's because I've got a coffee and my mouth's as dry as Gandhi's flip-flop. Leeds United in attendance there, all about 3,000-4,000 of them. Brownie will be in there as well. Enzo Maresca update is still bald. Meslier. Meslier, that's just tragic. Just boots the ball to Hermansen. Come on. You're better than that, fella. Come on. Let's keep hold the ball. Let's just kill this game. I know we've got a long way left and they sort of like spring into action inside 80 minutes, but come on. Christ, it's getting warm in here. It's getting hot. Iheanacho tackled by Ampadu. Referee, can we have a foul there, ref? Ampadu's in a heap. He's in an absolute heap and that looked nasty. No. Dan James, don't balloon it, Dan. Rutter. Rutter, that was poor, you know. Ampadu's in a lot of pain here. Ampadu's in a lot of pain. And quite right, Leicester don't put it out because we didn't put it out. Ampadu's in a lot of pain. He's writhing round here. Let's hope he's okay. That did look a bit nasty. He did really well to win the ball from Iheanacho there. Absolutely smashed him here. Oh, he's kicked his ankle. And it is a foul, referee. But they're brain dead in this division. They're docile, the referees. It's a foul. It's a foul, and I know we had advantage. I get that, but it's a foul. No, don't bite on your shirt, Ampadu. Can we just have a game where one of our players, if they could just, you know, it always seems that when a Leeds player goes and he's biting his shirt, and that doesn't look good. We just can't have it, can we? We just can't have a game where it's like, you know, we're winning, we're doing well, and there's just not an injury or there's not a red card. Seeing the goal again. Come on, Ethan. It looks all right. He's walking off gingerly. Hopefully it's just a bit of a dead leg. He's fine. So, yeah, false line. Not the Achilles, please. Yeah. Oh, who's coming on? Hamza Chowdhury. Guys, I'm going to have to open the window. It's getting hot in here. Oh. Right. Leicester on the ball. I don't think Ethan's come back on yet, which means Perot's had to go back into CM for the time being. Oh, Ampadu's back there. There he is. Looks all right, Ampadu. Thank God. When he's biting his shirt there. God. Oh, does well there. Is that Ampadu again? Does well, phase. Still limping a little bit. Just saw a little bit of a limp there from him. Hopefully he's all right. Is he limping a bit? I've got Ampadu cam on here. Dewsbury Hall, anyway. Oh, good ball. Somerville does well. Casaide's coming off for Chowdhury. Their poorest player by a mile. I think he's been really poor in this game. Will Leicester score, says Daniel. I hope not, mate. Guys, whilst you're here, give the stream a like, please. Really appreciate that. Oh, Leeds nearly hit them. Dewsbury Hall now. They've not exposed Byram at all enough in this half. Mavididi going up against Archie Gray. Mavididi playing the ball into Harry Winks. Harry Winks back into James Justin. Mavididi always the target. Archie doesn't get done as such, forces him inside. Winks. Fatawu now. Really well played from Somerville, who's doubling up to aid Byram there. Faze. They're sort of camping nearly on the edge of Leeds' box here. But Leeds look like they've got a good structure. Dewsbury Hall. Faze. Faze again. Chowdhury, who's probably come on to take care of the ball a little bit better. Just want the final whistle. I know what you mean, mate. Well played. Somerville does really well and just boots the ball out. We don't want to be doing that, but okay, in that phase, that's fine. Don't want to be giving over panic streets. You know, we can't take control of the ball. Vestergaard. Leeds just gone off it a little bit here. I'm not, Leicester aren't doing much, but they've gone off it a little bit here. For Tawu, Somerville's done really well there. He's done really, really well, helping Byram a lot. He's going to have to do that, and that's nice from Farke, by the way. It looks like a bit of an instruction there. Joe Rodon does really well there, everybody. Leicester getting a little bit more joy here. James Justin, Harry Winks, playing the ball out. Mavididi nearly got in there, by the way, if you've just missed that phase. Leeds have really dropped back all of a sudden. Kamara and Somerville aiding Sam Byram, who looks to be occupying Pereira now. Chowdhury, James Justin. Phase again. All Leeds players camped in our half now. Fatawu. Phase. Plays a lovely little through ball. Byram does well. It is a Leicester City corner on 70 minutes. Leeds got a hold strong here. Yeah, Mavididi, probably their best bit of play in this second half. A nice little 1-2. And actually, Ampadu did really, really well. Nice little 1-2 with Dewsbury Hall. Mavididi getting the Leicester players geared up. The Leicester fans geared up. Dewsbury Hall, there's men on the edge there, and Leeds are nowhere near them. Ball played in, nodded on. Well out from Joe Rodon. Who else? Harry Winks, Iniesta. Archie does well. Iniesta still has the ball. Leeds are really deep here. We're really, really deep. Fatawu against Somerville. Fatawu does well. Dewsbury Hall plays the ball. Archie Gray does well. Can Leeds hit them on the transition here? Okay, Dan James has done well. Used his brain. Love that. Yeah, well played, Ampadu. Well played. Leeds have worked that well outside the transition. Kamara. Rutter's got to do better. Kamara receives the ball. Kamara receives the ball. Sorry, my stream just went there, and he's lost it. Pereira's played really well. Pereira's had a good game. He's top him. And I tell you what, Rutter's got to follow Pereira there because he's carried on his run and he's just not even followed him. Mavididi up against Archie Gray. Puts the ball in. The Tawu over the bar. Coming into it a little bit now. Leicester, they're the dominant side. Enzo, like, chill out, mate. He's got his heads in his hands there as if that was like a world-class opportunity. But the two wingers getting them into this game a little bit now. As I said, they've not been at all on a patch of Leeds in this game for me. Leeds have been the much better side, but they've got dangers. They've got so much quality. And actually, Fatawu should have done a lot better there. Should have done a lot better. 71 and 34 gone. Leicester applying a lot more of a high press now. Joe Rodon plays a good little ball there over the top, but Byram does well. The game's getting really stretched now. Pereira comes out of it from Yoel Perot. By far their best player today, Pereira. He looks really good. Ridiculous for this level. But we've got a few of them as well. We've got a few of those players. Here come Leicester again. Fatawu up against... Somerville's not got back quick enough, so it's Fatawu against Byron, ball played in. Mavadidi on the other side against Archie Gray now. Stand him, Archie. Good lad. Dan James getting back just on that inside there. Looking at James Justin. Mavadidi standing. Archie Gray up. Goes inside. Beats him. Mavadidi plays a 1-2 with Iheanacho. Chowdhury plays the ball out for Tawu. Leeds have got to be focused here because Leicester are coming strong. Ball on the edge. Leeds defend it well. They're playing these like intricate little balls. Iheanacho on the edge. Good block from Ethan Ampadu. Leeds need to start taking care of possession because Leicester are coming now in waves. It's definitely their best spell of the second half. Mavadidi, lovely little flick. Dewsbury Hall now plays the ball in and it is blocked by Ethan Ampadu. And guys, I will say it once, it is all Leicester City now. Leeds can't get hold of the ball after a dominant opening second half. Leeds have just sort of laid back and are sitting a little bit deeper now, which I understand why we're doing. Leicester are going to dominate the ball in an Enzo Maresca system, but Leeds have to be better in possession here. Dewsbury Hall's going to be aiming for Faze, Vestergaard and Iheanacho. Ball played in here. It is roofed. It's a great header by Pascal Strout on the edge. It's for Tawu, who does Perot way too easily. And Leeds are able to nearly get the ball clear. It's brilliant. Can we do something here? Leeds United on the transition where we're so dangerous. It's Dan James up against Pereira, which is going to be a bit of a task for him. Dan James cuts inside. Oh. Saved by Hermansen. Could have been a lot more. Archie Gray, brilliant against Mavadidi. Just because he appeals for it, that doesn't mean anything. Excellent from Archie Gray. That'll give him a lot of confidence. That's a foul referee. Excellent from Rutter. Maybe a yellow card there for Ricardo, who's just got nutmegged by the best player ever the Championship has ever seen. Jorginho Rutter does excellent work. But I just want to give a shout out there to Archie Gray, who they were on a transitional moment as well, by the way, and it's an excellent tackle. Dan James had the ball here. In all fairness, he didn't have a lot to go for. I think he had to cut inside and shoot there because Perot's not catching up with him. And in all fairness, it wasn't a bad effort, but just needed to be more in the corner, and that's 2-0 Leeds United. But Leeds look dangerous on the break. You can see why he keeps James on. He's such a threat with that pace. But Leeds still look. Dan James on the free kick here. I'm not going to say anything after that corner set piece. If I keep jinxing him, maybe he'll do something great like he kind of did with that ball in. Dan James anyway. Dan, just get it in the mixer, lad. Just get it in the mixer. Don't overhit it. Good. Just don't overhit it. Leicester with a high offside line here. Lovely ball, Dan James. Pereira, as I say, who's been their best player on the pitch. I think him and Faze has just knocked that ball onto Byron minutes out for a goal kick. Leicester come again. This game is frantic. And also, guys, you know, if we do get this win, not only is it massive, but Ipswich played last, was it the other night? The other night, so they won't have had that much of a rest. They played a strong team and they're up against Fulham. Exerted a lot of energy and they've got to go to Birmingham tomorrow. If Leeds can get a win here, you know, it's going to put this piling the pressure on Ipswich. Harry Winks. Strout's had a really good game so far. Pereira picks the ball up. Kamara's going to have to get back. Fatawu coming again. We had a little bit of a relief there with that transition, but here come Leicester again. I don't like them just camping on the edge of Leeds' box here, but, you know, we might just have to have this for the remainder of the game. Kamara does well. Pereira receives the ball. Fatawu again on the edge. Dewsbury Hall's free. Come on, Ethan or Perot. Okay, well done. Rodon. Perot on the ball. God, he's so slow. Byron roofs it, but it's a great roof. Oh, quite sensitive. Somerville's touch was better. He was in. And Harry Winks has won a throw in. Come on, Somerville, get back in. Just looking at it down at the floor. Come on, lads. Chance is over. We're going again. Rodon's had a right shift. He's been brilliant again. What a player he's been for Leeds United. Ref. Fatawu, a bit of space here. Justin. Rutter closes down. Leicester just playing that. I mean, they play out wide. It's all out wide. And, you know, everything is facilitated to their wingers. Absolutely everything. Anytime they get the ball, it's out wide. Anything is out wide. Fatawu again on the ball, who's probably had the most touches of anyone in this half. Ilan Mele, maybe. I'll tell you what. Archie Gray's done really well there. Archie Gray's having a super game. And I'll just say this so far, he's having a brilliant game. He's been absolutely exceptional. Top draw. And, I said when he came up against Vidigal and for Stoke City, and when he came up against Onel Hernandez, it was two really tough occasions for him. But in this game, it's been an absolute coming of age. Ilan Melier has just absolutely put Ethan Ampadu in a whole world of trouble there. Ilan, just don't play the ball, you bozo. Harry Winks nearly had him there. Come on, Ilan. If you've got Harry Winks pressurizing, you can see the whole pitch. Ilan Melier, Ethan Ampadu is asking to have the ball at his feet, and Winks is pressing him all the way back, and you've got no extra line of defense. Don't pass him the ball. I get it, but don't pass him the ball. Hospital ball. Lucky there. Ethan Ampadu did really well. "79 minutes gone, everyone. Rutter does well. Perot. Jesus Christ, man. Yoel Perot. He's been so slow. Hermanson. Oh, can we? Archer as well again. Well played from Ethan. Bit of head tennis there. Got to dig in now, Leeds. Last 12. Last 11, I should say. Plus stoppage time. And so far, and I'm not saying they won't have another chance, but so far Leeds have defended excellently. Defended the box excellently. Pro does well, wins the ball. He does well there. Crescencio does really well. Lovely ball. Kamara. Okay. Kamara, that's poor. That's really poor. And Leeds have got 5-6 players up now. Kamara with a shocking ball. Very unlike him in this game. He gets back well, but he's got to recover here. Really poor ball when Leeds had a lot of options there. Mavdidi, who they are just targeting every time now. Him and Fatawu. There's barely any central play, really. Corner. Dan James does well to just stab that out there. Dewsbury Hall closing in. You don't want to keep getting these. Short corner now. Mavdidi again up again against Dan James. Looks like puts the ball in. Good header out. Joe Rodon Faze was coming in there. Excellent header by the big Welshman. Leeds defending really well so far. We've been average from corners at best. Don't give me a sinking feeling now, Leeds, please. There's men on the edge here. There's Winks on and Dewsbury Hall on the edge and Mavdidi, and nobody is picking them up. I tell you what, I'd love it if Ilan Mele came for a corner, everyone. I'd love that. It's not a foul. Do not give that as a foul. Leeds United do well to get rid of it. Mele just doesn't come for anything, does he? Could be inside his 6-yard box and he just won't come for it. I think that's what Archie Gray was complaining about when the ball was played over and he had to just see the ball out for a goal kick. Mele just doesn't come for anything. Winks on the ball. 307 of you in the building here. Please make sure you like the video. Cheers. Justin. It's not foul. Well done, ref. Well done. Come on, Leeds. Perot moving at 2 miles an hour. Rutter on the ball now. Leeds not going breakneck speed for a counter-attack, which is fair enough, but Rutter, he's never going to give that because he's not give the other one. Leeds looking tired. I'll be honest. Leeds are looking tired. Leeds are looking tired, especially up top. I think he's got to make some changes here. He's got to bring some fresh bodies on. This is a game of transition. It's going to knacker players out. Pereira. Good tackle, Ampadu. Brilliant. And Ampadu looks down again. Got to bring some fresh players on for me, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to make some. I agree with you. Pull his work. My score is 1-1. 82, 10 minutes gone. Yeah, we are tired. We're holding back. We're keeping good shape, but you can tell when we're going forward now. We're knackered. Rodon does well again. They've really they're packing that midfield now as well. Obviously, Pereira's in the midfield as well. You got Pereira, Winks, Dewsbury Hall. Iheanacho's dropping back all the time. Fatawu up against Byram, getting sick of seeing this. Byram does well. Can Leeds win the second ball? No. Rodon wins it though. Again, Rutter, keep hold the ball if you can, fella. Loses it straight away, but then wins it back and then gets a foul. Well done. Harry Winks probably won't get a yellow card. Iniesta in there, best player apparently according to Leicester fans in the world. Talking to the referees of his best mate, so he's not going to get a yellow card. I mean, it is a yellow card, isn't it? Or just because he comes away with the ball. Leeds bringing on subs. Gruev. Bamford. Don't mind Bamford here. Pro. Who's Gruev coming on for? Don't say Ampadu. Don't say Ampadu. Not now. Backs against the walls. I've not seen a lot of Gruev, but Rutter's off. Okay. I think Rutter's off, is he? Yeah, Rutter's off. Don't mind that. Come on, Gruev. Come on, Ilya. Leeds fans serenading Jorginho as he walks off. Does well there, Kamara. What an excellent game he's had. Gruev straight into it, giving a foul away. Come on, Gruev. Need a big 5 from you here, fella. Bit of energy in the midfield. Don't mind that. That Farke's nervous. What a win this would be for Leeds if we can get this. Come on, boys. Come on. Talk about reeling them in. We can definitely reel them in with a result like this. It's been an excellent performance from Leeds United. Excellent. By far the better team. Leicester coming into it here. The wingers again. Here we go. Round 54 of Byram versus Fatawu. Fatawu now entering the box. Needs a little bit of help. Ball in here. Nacho. Fantastic defending by Joe Rodon again. And Elan Mele ignores it again. Just be decisive. Be a leader. You know, man. The ball is there to be caught. Look at that. Dewsbury Hall now. Whipping the ball in. Leeds do well to get clear. Somerville. He's going to have to bring him down here or Somerville's off. Chowdhury, I tell you what, he's got some... That's an excellent tackle from Chowdhury. Showed some pace there. And Somerville's been left in a heap. He's been left in an absolute heap. And Leicester are playing on. Brilliant, Archie. Is that Archie again? What a performance he's had. And Somerville's down in a heap. 86 minutes gone. It's a brilliant tackle by Chowdhury. It's an old school one, I think. Yeah, it's a cracking tackle, have to say. It's a top draw tackle. Proper old school. He showed a bit of pace there as well, to be fair to him. It's an excellent tackle. Mele just like, so like what my point was, everyone, just, you know, Rodon gets it in the face, then he can literally catch the ball, and he just looks at Archie Gray. That's mine, keepers, you know. Leeds bringing Nonto on now. It looks like 87 minutes gone. Kamara being really well. Rodon rallying the troops. Fatawu back to phase. Bamford applying a bit of a press. Gruev doing well. Dan James playing the ball out to him again. That's all they seemingly do. Byram's done well. Good lad. Won the ball. Somerville, under a lot of pressure here. Couldn't really do anything there, I'll be honest with you. Under a lot of pressure, and Somerville seems to have gone at Chowdhury. Don't do anything stupid here. Don't do anything stupid. Leeds and Leicester getting into a bit of a fracas here. Unnecessary, really, from Somerville. I think he was a bit upset at the tackle before, but it was a good tackle. You know, it was a good tackle. In all fairness, it's another good tackle from Chowdhury. A little bit of handbags afterwards, but it's a good tackle. Bit weird that from Somerville, but yeah. Yeah, lots of injury time, says Scott. Yeah, Carl. A couple of good tackles there, to be fair. Somerville had a frustrating first half, but I thought it was really good second half. You know, just he's the star for Leeds at the minute, isn't he? Willie comes on. God, I wonder where his head's at, you know. I wonder where his head's at. I think he's going to be gone in Jan, you know. And some of you might be all right with that, to be fair. I think he's going to be gone. But anyway, the important thing is seeing this game out for Leeds United. Vestergaard, Winks, they're going to have a chunk of added time here. Ampadu going down and all these other things. Ball a bit too much from Vestergaard. Great shape from Leeds United. Got to think outside the box, Maresca, a little bit, mate. That's what I was saying before the game. It's like, you know, they're playing out wide with just two super wingers who are probably Premier League level. But everything else, I don't think they're great. I really don't. A clean sheet here and 1-0. What a result this would be. Come on, Leeds. We'll have a review after the game, everybody, as well, so stick around for that one. I don't even think Bamford's had a touch, you know. James Justin roofs the ball. How many? Didn't even see that. Rodon does well again. 6 minutes added on. Kamara, Leeds winning the battle of the aerials there. Kamara, Bamford's going to be off here. It's going to be offside. Come on, Bamford, wakey, you're offside. Jesus. I mean, he's not waiting phase. The offside's about 10 yards further back and he's complaining. Archie's gone down. Love it, Archie. Ampadu waving for the stretcher on. What's the ref doing here? Yeah. I can't believe that. The refs just said Archie needs someone to come on. And we see this all the time when it comes to time wasting. But Archie looks like he genuinely needs someone to come on. A young 17-year-old lad. The referee's there to protect the player. The referee has just told him to get up. Unbelievable. Has he got a Leicester shirt on there? Absolutely incredible. Well done, Gruev. Unbelievable. Safety of the players there, referee. Joke. Kamara, Leeds just need to keep the ball now. Archie probably going with a punctured lung there. Is Bamford offside again? Don't be offside again. He's not. He's done well. Going for the corner, even though it's 6 minutes, bless him. Loses the ball. Bamford, come on, mate. Winks. I mean, Leicester fans have gone home. Why are they going home? Team have won about 15 games on the bounce and they're all going home. Unbelievable. They're 1-0 down. 1-0 down, and the Leicester fans they're all going home. Unbelievable. Leeds bringing on subs. Anthony coming on now. Ayling coming on. Come on. Listen, it's not season defining, but in terms of bringing some of those teams back in it, this does a whole world of good for Leeds. Dan James coming off. Slowly. Archie Gray's going off with a punctured lung that the referee's not protecting him with. I can't believe that. I told him to get up. Have a day off, ref. Archie Gray comes off. Dan James comes off. Much better second half from him for Luke Ayling and Jaden Anthony. Fully deserved, everyone, by the way, if we win this. Don't let anybody else tell you any different. Leeds United fully deserve this. Fully deserve it. Their game deserve it. What time? What time for the mic to go off? But don't let anybody tell you we don't deserve this. Anyway, Nonto's up against Fatawu. Fatawu does well. Luke Ayling. It's an unbelievable save from Illan Meslier. Luke Ayling, don't know how he's not won it. Don't know how he's not won that header, but he hasn't. And I'll be honest, Illan Meslier's just made the save of the match. It's an incredible save. Willie Gnonto here. Jaden Anthony, got to keep the ball. Well done. That is a world-class save from Illan Meslier, I have to say. It's an unbelievable. Fatawu played the ball in. Ayling's just been, it's pathetic jump by him. And Dewsbury Hall has got on top of him, won the header. And it's a fantastic serve from Illan Meslier. It's a match-winning serve. Unbelievable. And I'll be honest, that's Leicester's best chance in the second half. Dewsbury Hall again. Fires it north. Rodon takes the tough way out there, I have to say. And he's passed it straight to Mavididi. Out by Strout. Bamford wins it. Doesn't go to anyone. Bamford, hold it up. One last attack maybe for Leicester. Fatawu again. Plays the ball in. Leads out. Winks. Well done, Anthony. Anthony. Gives away a stupid foul on the edge of the box. Didn't need to go in for it. Just stand him up. Leicester have a chance out of nothing, and it was a foul. Come on. Farke looks stressed. I'm not going to look at the chat here because I could be behind. And if they don't score, come on. They don't deserve this whatsoever. Come on, Leeds. Be a massive 3 points. Massive 3 points. The big boys are up again, but Leeds have defended so well. Lino, you watch for that offside. You watch for those offsides there. Durbrains in this division. Ball played in. James Justin, and it's miles over. Miles over. Leeds United goal kick. Get the sun chair out. Get the lounger out, Illan Meslier. You go to sleep there before you take that goal kick, fella. All the Leicester fans are off. They're not happy. They've only seen 15 wins out of 17. Leeds with the goal kick here. Take your time, Illan. This should be it. And it's a massive win for Leeds United. You have to look at that's an exceptional save from Illan Meslier. It's top draw. I'm more napped off at Luke Ayling not winning that header at the back post. Ref, any chance? Any chance, referee? What we on here? 650. Do you want to give him anything else? You didn't let Archie come off, did you? Jesus Christ, a free kick should have been the last of it. Any chance, ref? Nah, keep going. They're just pedestrian passing it round the back. Maybe blow up at any point. Pascal away. Leicester, one more chance. The referee, Gruev away. Anything. Yes! Massive win. Massive win for Leeds United. Huge. Absolutely brilliant win for Leeds United, everybody. Rutter with the winner. Listen, we're going to be back here in a sec to do a buzzing match reaction. Before you leave, make sure you're liking the content. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Leeds United winning the game 1-0. Get in!